Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us on this journey today. It is I, Dungeon Master Obi, from the future, looking into the past, bringing this message to you in the present. We realized that we had a malfunction as far as recording goes. We were indeed live for the entire time this past Sunday, but the first hour and change was not recorded. Thus, I bring to you an extended recap of sorts, a recap of the previous episode, as well as a recap of what the party was getting their hands into during the first hour of this stream. You can, quick announcements, you can find us on all our social media platforms, as far as I know of, Halls of Chaos, as well as YouTube too, Halls of Chaos, for the video recordings of the live games like this one. However, if there are more malfunctions like this, it is best to catch us live. Soon, we will also be releasing a series of lore videos where yours truly will give you insight into the Dunik Falga setting that I built, which this campaign is set in, hopefully this Friday. So without further ado, let's get into the recap. Zegan made Prime Mage Asa Tabujar furious. This placed a target on Zegan's back, with Asa hiring assassins to dispose of him. One assassin happened to be a family friend of Fyodor named Daz the Drunk, who offered an exchange. The party's task was to collect money owed by one Doreen Lyron and return the money to Daz. Alternatively, it was acceptable for the party to bring Mr. Lyron directly to Daz for questioning. The party chose the latter, bringing Lyron to Daz, and successfully cleared the hit contract on Zegan. For now. With little to do and money to be made, the party took a second job from Daz. Collect tarnishing information concerning one Prime Mage Eridan Tabujar. Interesting to them, as he is the younger son of Prime Mage Asa. Deidre and Zegan went to Eridan's office in the Leafdrick Transport Station of the Paulding District. Deidre did her best to conversate with Eridan and find information posing useful to their task. Meanwhile, Flint, Fyodor, Baccharis, and Vodia went to access financial and engineering records at Lyranik Hall, the Paulding District's city hall, using Baccharis' previous position in the police force for information clearance. Interesting information was indeed found. 1, Eridan is a decent businessman, and 2, an entity known as Firebird was present in some financial records, an entity of ill repute, according to backers. Leaving Lyranik Hall, Fyodor spotted an individual dip into the alley, and if it was who he thinks it was, things could get bad quickly. And at the start of this episode, the party made haste to reconvene with the information gathered and agreed to begin meeting at Horizons Untold, Baccharis' familial art studio, rather than a public place like the Grabwalk. Deciding the information containing only the name Firebird was insufficient, the party planned a little heist of Eridan's office in order to collect data from his personal computer console. The secret ingredient is crime. The 6 of them covered a few bases, and each had a part to play. Baccharis went back over the engineering information of Leafdrick Station. This gave the party a clear plan of entry. The air vents. A classic, to be sure. Fyodor created a data drive that would hunt encrypted information once inserted, and leave little or no trace of its presence. In downtime, he also traveled to speak with Daz to notify him that Uralashai might have returned. Flint traveled to pick up his pet Thaxolotl Stan from his room in the Rise and Shine Club. He's this big, mastiff-sized axolotl. Beautiful creature. Later, Flint worked on a resume with Deidre as a plan for getting closer to Aridin, hopefully a plan B if things don't go right with the secret entry, hopefully being hired by Aridin. Deidre spent a lot of planning time teaching a class at the academy. Just because you do crime doesn't mean those kids need go uneducated. Zegan went back to his flat to check on his best friend Zirma, who has been sleeping for the last day and a half. He also picked up his pet hawk, Ario, from his apartment. Finally, Vodia spent the preparation time being coached by Bacchus and Fyodor in the technology she would be using in the heist. And well, I think you are all caught up. You will join the party now as they scout out Aridin's office in the final leg of enacting their plan.
Looking the platforms.
Mm-hmm.
You can see another man kind of walking behind as Vodia points them out to you.
Mm-hmm.
You see another one that's walking in the background, and then one that just goes out of view as he goes too far back into the room that's up there. But they overlook down onto the platforms, and there's a stair set on the rightmost platform that goes up into that room. Rightmost platform, that is, if you're looking at the control box up there.
Looking up at it.
Yeah, looking up at them. Yeah. You do see the little cafe shop that's in the center platform.
Mm-hmm.
Few people there eating.
Okay. Does it look like looking into the office?
You can't see into the office.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
This would be where all of the just general engineers, operations guys who are making sure all of the tracks are going the right directions and everything's merging properly. Keep making sure everything's on time.
Does it look like the stairs leading up, are they guarded at all?
No.
Or they're just open?
Yep. No guards, nothing.
Mosey on over.
Sure.
Does it say hours of operation or anything like that? Or are there any indications that I could not just walk up the stairs right now?
Nothing. No. There's no hours of operations really. There's nothing written on any of the door.
Mm-hmm.
It's just an open stair set up to that place of work. You head on
I'm gonna walk up.
Yeah.
Stealthily.
Okay, roll stealth check.
Stealthily.
Now, is this more of a stealth check where you're kind of crouch button stealthing up?
Yeah.
Or are you
the
confidently
circle
acting
is
like
up.
you're supposed to be up there? Okay.
The circle is up.
Yeah.
Right
okay.
now. Whether or not the eye is filled. Okay. For stealth, it'll be a 19.
Yeah.
The goal is to just kind of poke my head around
Sure.
and see if I was walking up, what would be the optimal route for someone else to walk, to see if I can map out the quickest way to get there.
Yeah.
And observe people's patterns.
Sure.
From a concealed point or concealed spot.
Yeah, you walk up, and there's a nice little shadowy corner that's right next to the door in, and you just kind of lean against it, half of your face around the corner looking through the glass, and you can see everyone inside, except for the guy who's walked to the back of the room.
Mm-hmm.
But you see one man at the front, he's talking. You can see him talking into microphone. He's communicating with someone you can't see.
Back is turned to me.
Back is turned to you, facing out towards the platforms. Other guy sitting at a desk now, closer to you. You can see him. The other one, now you're closer, you see it's a woman with her hair tied up in a bun, working at a desk as well, but she's standing, and she would be the one who could see you right now.
Does it look like that person would see anybody walking up through these stairs, or does she, with the desk placement?
You know the way that you approached, she's not seeing you.
Sure.
With the desk placement. So you would basically guess that if done properly, walking up there, it might take her a few moments if she's the one on duty, if you guys are the ones going to be approaching up the way that you did.
Okay. Are there What's the vent situation like in this room?
The vents?
What
Are
are
there
the
vents?
like? What are the ducks like? Tell me what the ducks are like.
You're looking for ducks. Okay.
Looking for the ducks.
Ventilation ducts.
They're in the ducks.
They're... Go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
Yeah.
Roll a perception check.
13.
13. Specifically looking for ducks.
The ducks. Are they in the ducks?
You see one duck.
There's a duck. Okay.
No, you do see a duct on the ceiling. On the other... So, about 15 feet into the room.
Mm-hmm.
Just past the woman who's facing you,
Mm-hmm.
there is a ventilation duct directly above her, like behind her, right behind her, above her. There's one that you can see.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one you can see.
Okay. So not easily accessible. There's not a duct, like, right beside me. That
Not
looks-
right beside you, no.
Dang.
If there's, looking specifically in the room, there's one up there.
Mm-hmm.
If you're gonna look around you as well, you have dark vision as a half-orc, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay. Dim light, you would see one very small entry duct. You're facing towards the door. You turn left. It's the wall you're leaning up against.
Mm-hmm.
It's on the upper part of the wall
Okay.
on your left. Heading up the stairs, like, it's pretty high up.
As
We're
I'm-
saying about 15 feet up. Yeah. So if you're heading up this, like, corner stair set,
Yeah.
it's on that wall.
As like here,
Mhm.
it's on this wall, and then if I would like.
Yeah.
Okay. Are we talking Vodia size?
Yeah, it'd be like gnome halfling size.
A plan is forming. Do I had in when I took the record of all the information, building blueprints in that as well?
Mm-hmm.
So I would have a copy of those.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'd have
I do a classic halfling.
El Classico halfling, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'll just post up there and watch their comings and goings.
Sure.
Is it clear where his office is in like this layout right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
And clearly, while you're up there looking in, you can see his office past that girl who's facing you.
Does
that woman
anybody
who's
go
facing
into that office?
No one's in there.
How
Dark.
exposed is that office in terms of me looking in? Like, could I
Windows-
see somebody at his
Yes.
desk?
Yeah, windowed door,
Okay.
so you could see who's at the desk.
Okay. So I can't see into the office.
One window seeing into the whole operation room, basically.
Mm-hmm.
The workroom. And then, of course, one window looking over the platforms in his office.
Okay. So pretty exposed.
But it's a very pretty small window, like higher up,
Mm-hmm. But still exposed.
still exposed. You'd actually, it's more of just to let light from the platforms in.
Okay.
You'd probably have to stand on a chair to look through it inside his office. Actually, just kind of funny. He's a gnome. He can't really get up there easily, but.
Okay. I'll spend like the next. I don't want to risk it. I'll exfil out of there, head back down the stairs.
Sure. Yeah.
And then just casually continue to watch
Sure.
from the cafe area.
Yeah. Go over there. Yeah. Take a seat. What about you guys? Zeke and Fyodor? You're kind of just standing in the crowd at this point.
You said there's nothing posted about like hours of operation or anything.
Nothing. No.
All right. Knowing that, but seeing people up there,
Mhm.
I'm just gonna walk up the stairs and try to like go through the door to talk to like a receptionist or something.
Sure. You've come
Just
down.
in
You've
there.
gone to the cafe. Voda, are you sitting at the cafe as well?
Sure.
Okay. Fyodor,
That was my plan, was go to the cafe.
Sure.
And
you guys splitting up at the cafe, sitting together?
I'm gonna sit with
Yeah.
Vodia, but I'm not gonna sit with you.
okay.
Yeah,
I
let's keep
will
it separate.
go around the cafe and try to see if there's a good viewpoint of the building.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
entrances,
There's
exits.
really there are only about 8 chairs around this center, like very much like fast food like, seating area.
Anything with any sort of view?
Yeah, but
or-
all 8 chairs have a good view.
Okay, I will
Yeah.
just sit down on one. And while sketching some more stuff, now that I have a little bit of extra components, I'll also keep track of all the people I see going in and out of the building,
Sure.
and pay attention to what they look like and,
Yeah.
and that kind of thing.
Yeah, roll a perception check for me. You're heading up into the room.
Yeah.
Okay,
Just,
you.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna try to like talk to the receptionist.
Sure. Yeah.
Like if I open the door,
Yeah. You
like
walk.
is it unlocked?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yeah, you walk on in. Walk straight in. Yeah. The girl who's at the desk, who's immediately seeing through the window door that you walked through.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
Are you guys open right now?
Oh, open.
Like, is your boss here or anything?
No.
Oh,
He's
alright.
usually out doing things.
Oh, okay.
We're low on engineers, so he's like
Oh.
working on the rails himself.
Alright.
today.
While she's talking to me, I'm just gonna do a scan of the room, like
Sure, roll
like-
a perception check.
people that are in there.
Yeah, very much like a
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Mhm.
That's a 12 again.
A 12?
Yeah.
You see the guy in the back of the room. He's also at a desk. You notice that there are windows on the other side of the room, too, looking at the rails that are coming in, all the lines. He's asleep at his desk. You see the guy who's looking immediately at the platforms on your left. The other one sitting at the desk. It's a very small crew. Not much of note.
Alright. Oh, I was just wondering if he was here. I've been dabbling in a little bit of travel work, and I was just wondering if he had any work or if I could share any of my ideas.
Oh.
Is there any way I could set up like an appointment or something?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I can write you down for something, and then we can schedule.
Does he have any openings soon?
Let me check. And she
Okay,
goes and
yes.
walks into his office, grabs a small like a calendar, and opens it up.
As she is going in and looking up more things, I'm from inside now looking out the windows to see what they can see, like how good their view is.
In where? Sorry.
Now that I'm inside, like by her desk, I'm looking around like out the windows to see how good of a view they have of everything.
Not very good. You notice, like, if you're standing around there, you would estimate that if she were to sit down at her desk, she would see like the back 80 feet of the platforms, but none of the closer like 40 feet of the platforms.
Wonderful. Cool.
People sitting down definitely would not see anyone approaching the box.
Gotcha.
He could meet with you on this week or next week.
Oh, next week is probably better for me.
Next week, okay. We could get you in on Kuga on the second to last day of the week if you'd like.
Oh.
Next week.
Perfect. That sounds great.
Oh wait, no. We'll have. If it's not this week, we're gonna have to wait another 2.
That's all
Is that
right.
okay?
Don't stress or worry about it. I'll come back in a couple weeks and see if I can set up an appointment then.
Sure. Okay.
Or maybe he'll just be in at the time that I'm in. Like, who knows?
That'd be a
I
good
might be
guess.
better then.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for your help.
And yeah, no problem. No problem.
And what was your name again?
My name, Kira.
Kira, do you work most nights? Like, if I came back around this time in 2
Yeah.
weeks, you'll be here?
Yeah, we're low on staff right now. I work
Wonderful.
every night, basically.
Perfect. All right. Well, I will see you then, Kira.
All right.
And I'm
Well,
going to
take
walk
care.
right back out.
And she goes back to her duties. Sitting at the cafe, there's a old man next to you, eating a big old sandwich, and he leans over to you. Crazy night, huh?
Yeah, no, absolutely it was. It's just, it's busy.
Busy.
It's just so busy now. But
Yeah.
at least the weather's starting to turn around.
That's nice.
The weather's
Yeah.
starting to turn around.
Oh yeah.
What sandwich do you have there? That looks really good.
Seagull special here.
Seagull special.
Yeah.
Do you want a seagull special?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Do you want to go tell them you want to order us? I can handle it. Okay. Good.
Yeah.
No, that looks like a really good sandwich.
Fantastic. Ooh. Big ol' bite. Now, this is gonna be a weird question. I have to know where your turtleneck comes from.
Oh, my turtleneck. Actually,
I have to know.
I make some of my own clothing, and this is sort of one of them I make. And so yes, thank you. I
You
appreciate
see
that.
the old man. He's pretty well got up. He's nice with like blazer, like a cardio. I can't say the word.
Cardigan?
Yeah. No, a cardioid. Like the lines.
Corduroy?
Corduroy, yeah.
Okay.
Blazer,
Corduroy?
yeah. What?
Corduroy.
Corduroy. That's it. Corduroy. I can't say it.
Did
Corduroy.
you
Corduroy.
say corduroy?
What is it called?
Corduroy.
Corduroy.
Corduroy?
Yeah.
No, you're adding oid. There's
Corduroy.
No, it didn't.
Why?
It's a Y.
It's a Y.
Corduroy?
Corduroy.
Quarter like a coin,
Corduroy.
Roy like a guy.
Corduroy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, he's wearing a nice
It's called
corduroy
Tupperware.
blazer. He's
So you're wrong, babe.
bright purple
Nice
collared
colorized blazer.
shirt,
Mm-hmm.
like buttoned almost all the way down his chest.
Sure.
Beautiful necklace. He has a nice gray hair. You can tell that a lot of his like wrinkles have been operated on, like Botox or something has made his face like kind of
pretty
stretched.
tight.
Yeah, pretty tight.
Pretty tight face.
Yeah, pretty tight face.
All right.
Old man, you guess to be in his 50s, 60s maybe.
Human? Okay.
Human man. Yeah, love it. Can you make me one?
Absolutely, I can. What? I don't-
Fantastic.
What's your name?
You don't recognize me.
I'm so sorry, I don't.
At this point, I'm just gonna get up and order the food anyway.
Okay, yeah. You slap some money down. Yeah.
I probably gave them like way more than they needed.
Yeah, you did, but you slapped it down. Go ahead and take off 3 gold.
Do you have gold?
Yeah, because I stole them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tip Jar Mafia.
That's
That's the team name.
That should be
Write that down.
Okay. No, I'm so sorry. I don't. I'm sorry. I don't get out. I don't get out a lot. Again, making my own stuff. I don't get out a lot. But what?
Gerard. My name is Gerard.
Gerard?
Yes. You don't recognize me. I'm big in the fashion scene here in the city.
Okay. Well, knowing that, I am now even more honored that you like my the turtleneck.
Oh.
I am even more honored.
If you are looking for work,
really,
if you are looking for some design work, please get a hold of me. He hands you his card.
Sure. Card.
Get a hold of me, please. Absolutely stunning.
I love the
And it's
purple
even
book.
more impressive you made it yourself. I love it.
Thank you.
Finishes his food, wipes his face, stands up, and I have to catch my train here. You be safe. You have a wonderful night.
You as well.
Well, I'm
Thank
sorry.
you.
What was your name?
My name is Bacchus.
Ah!
Bacchus Francis. Would you like my card?
Absolutely.
Okay.
That'd be fantastic.
Pop in my card.
Beautiful. Horizons Untold.
Horizons
The studio,
Untold.
right?
Yes, the studio. Yes, that's why I live and work
Fantastic.
and design and things. like that.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Kisses it, puts it in his blazer.
Yes.
Gotta go. Wonderful meeting.
It was a pleasure.
Wonderful,
It was
wonderful meeting.
Nope.
Wonderful
Sorry.
meeting
It was a
you.
pleasure to meet you. Yes.
Wonderful meeting you.
Yes.
Could I have witnessed this?
You're coming
down
back
the
at the
stairs.
end. They're shaking
Yeah.
hands. Yeah.
All right.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Have a great
Goodbye.
Have a great evening. Safe travels. Safe travels.
Goodbye. And he steps onto a train, which takes off into the night.
Looking at the card, his name is Gerard.
Yeah, no last name. Gerard.
Oh, just Gerard. What a power
Just
move.
Gerard.
What a power move.
Yeah,
I should have
just
said my
Gerard.
last name.
Got his
Dang it.
net pad number underneath.
Okay.
other side Gerard fashion. It's a really well-made card. It's really beautiful.
Fashion guy?
Yeah. He's
Okay.
got a dress in the middle part of Mineral Heights, kind of near the tourist area.
Okay, whatever.
As I see all that happening, I'm gonna walk in, kind of like go towards the bar, like I'm looking at a menu for the cafe, but close to Bacchus.
I said that.
And I'm just gonna get close. Who was that? I'm just kind of like whispering under my breath, just close enough to where,
To me,
yeah. Who was that?
as I'm eating my Seagull special sandwich, I'll just mutter back, I don't know. Someone I just met.
How much information did you give them
I'll tell you later.
about
And then
yourself?
I'm just gonna keep eating. I'm not gonna discuss this right now. Come on, man, we're scouting it out. I'll tell you. That's not what it. Sorry.
I'm not like looking at you.
Sure. I'll tell you later.
All right. As we finish that conversation, I'll just order a drink from
Sure.
the cafe.
Yeah, right off 5 silver for a drink.
Perfect.
You guys
Um,
smash your burgers. They're delicious. They're delicious. Juicy. Very, very flavorful.
Yeah, I'm definitely like licking the plate and
Oh, yeah.
also Mac's plate.
Beautiful.
I only eat half my food anyways, so you can just have the other half of mine.
That's why I keep you around.
Yeah, you can have the other half of mine. I only ever eat canonically half the food, so you can have the other half. Are you ready to go?
Yeah.
Okay. And two of us will just get up
Yeah.
and leave.
Well, hour and a half of scouting out, sitting there, going up into the room, looking at the room where you were. Pretty simple. You found out a bit of information. Heading back to the grab walk.
Heading back to the grab log, watching behind us to see if anybody's following.
Sure. Roll a perception check.
Do a quick look, see if anybody from that you recognize is right behind us as well.
I will also take a look around.
Sure. Roll a perception check. Anyone who's checking to see if someone's following.
Alright.
15.
22.
16.
22, 16, 15.
So you're the
You don't see really anyone following you. A lot of busy people who seem like they're following you, but they're just going the same direction. You know, that paranoid thing. Happen to take all the same turns and then just don't go the same place as you. You know, but aside from that, no, you don't see anyone.
Okay.
As soon as we get
Walk back in.
inside,
Mm-hmm.
Bacchus,
Yeah.
who was that?
Gerard. He owns a store. Looks like some sort of fashion. He complimented the tack neck, the tactical turtleneck, as I think it should be called now,
All right,
because
so
of its ability.
It
What
is
did-
very nice.
Thank you. I did make it.
he left the
so-
conversation seeming that he knew who you were.
No. He was just like, "Hi, I really love your tack neck. How do you make something trademarked?" Doesn't matter. Okay. He complimented the tack neck, and then he just said, "You should give me a call sometimes if you would like some work or something like that." He was really inspired. I said my name, and they gave him my card.
Your real
And then-
name
Yes.
and what does your card look like?
Well, it's hold on, pocket number 2. The card would say, Bacchus Francis, Tide Investigational Services.
Oh my goodness.
On the other side is Bacchus Francis, Collector Investigator for Horizons Untold.
So it
It does
has
not have my number on it.
no, but it has your name
Yes.
legally
Yes.
and also the general area where you live.
Thinking about this now, that might have not been the. Well, why would it be an issue? Why
While
would
you're
it be-
scouting?
Why? Okay, well.
And who started the conversation?
he did. But again,
Oh.
the tack neck is cool. The tack neck is cool.
All right.
I
Back.
think he is jealous because he wears that.
I can make other
I
people
paid a
tack
pretty
necks if
penny
they
for what
want.
I'm
That's
wearing right
fine. What's wrong?
Back-
Do you know this person?
No, but that's
Oh.
the problem. None of us know who he is. He reached out to you
Yes.
while you're trying not to be known.
Okay. It will be fine. It'll be fine. We believe that these things will be fine. We manifest that these things will be fine, and then they'll be fine.
Alright.
Okay. And he only knows me.
I'm glad you're not coming tomorrow and going for the job interview side of things because you cannot be seen there when any of this is going on,
Yeah, I wasn't planning on it.
right? But now that you've given your name and information, definitely.
Yes, but again, the technic got complimented, and that's really the win tonight, along with all the other information I found.
Mm.
Speaking of which, how's everyone doing?
I mean, I got a little bit further on my sketch.
Oh, good.
I didn't really see anything though.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. How'd the resume building go?
How did the resume building go?
Pretty bad. With a combination of you and Flint on technology neither of you are very familiar with. You're probably two of the
Worse.
Is it Boomer
Yeah.
makes a Word doc?
yes. Like he managed to convince you a lot of his good design choices on his pamphlets are good design choices on your resumes.
Okay.
So Comic Sans,
So the
red
goal-
and green.
The goal is to have no white space whatsoever, right?
Correct.
Okay.
White is
Okay.
boring.
White is boring. Okay.
Oh, you would say that too. Oh no.
Okay. So,
It's good enough for Avatar.
so I present to the group, Flint and I together, as well as Stan, who has licked the computer multiple times at this point.
Covered in mucus.
I've got mucus on my hands because
Oh.
I can't stop petting him.
Oh.
You're just like getting mucus everywhere.
Oh.
This looks like a disaster.
Oh no. Okay.
I
Alright.
really hope this
Okay.
resume looks
Um,
better than this table.
So there's a beautiful resume. The background is forest green.
Oh,
Then we have red and magenta text.
Not
Big
very
and
easy.
blocky in the middle. It says what name have we chosen for Flint?
Dusty.
Dusty. Dusty.
Dusty.
Just dusty.
Just Dusty.
Dusty.
Yeah. It says Dusty. What are your skills? What are Dusty's skills? Are you're obviously proficient in Word documents?
Yes.
Yeah. Resume building.
Yep.
Resume.
Yeah.
Good teacher.
Professional. Yeah.
Professional teacher.
CEO.
CEO.
Entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur. Beautiful.
Born in.
1964.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So, it's gorgeous. I'm very proud of it as I show it to the group.
As
That
she's
looks-
still talking, I just lean over to Fyodor. Can you fix that in any way possible?
I don't think so. That is.
Beyond repair?
It's so ugly. It's beautiful.
So.
It's beautiful. Do you think we could put this in your art museum?
Oh
we can-
my gosh.
We can have an inspired we have a featured artist every once in a while. So I mean, if you want to, we could do like a modern art
You're
exhibit.
like a professional resume builder.
You could be.
Yeah.
I got complimented on my tag neck
Did you
tonight. I
really?
really did.
That's so exciting.
I appreciate that.
Deidre,
What?
are you putting your grandparents' names on this?
Groupings? No.
Your grandparents-
No.
No, they're not attached to you bringing in these.
They are. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I think the text, like the text of it, is pretty solid for the most part. It's just
The design.
the design.
Shock and awe factor.
Mm-hmm.
The shock and awe.
Mm-hmm. It's like that way you don't. I figured the bright colors. That way, like, because I know like papers can get lost in the shuffle. But I feel like this
It
one.
looks like you just followed the motto of white is boring.
The white
That's
is.
what Flint said.
You gotta have some color. Everywhere.
Well,
That's how you make it stand out.
they obviously won't lose it.
Remind me to not have you help me with my blueprints.
They might know exactly where it
Are they
is,
all
but they're
blue?
not gonna lose it.
That's
mean,
a question that I've had for a really long time.
Some
Is
blueprints are
always
blue, yes. Some blueprints are blue. Some of the paper, but it doesn't have to be. It's just paper.
Okay.
Does Flint use
Then why
like?
do they call them blueprints? It's weird. Sorry. Go ahead, Packers.
Player to player. Does Flint use like clip art and
Yes.
like those words? You know, like
Yes.
how you can like type excited and then like drag it to make it like semi
And makes it,
three
like,
dimensional,
yeah.
or like the block borders that are
Mhm.
3D as well
Yeah.
around.
Word.
And it's just okay. I just want to make sure word art, clip art,
Word art,
thank you.
yeah.
Word
That's
art
awesome.
and clip art. Okay.
Yeah,
That-
definitely.
I just wanted to get the theater of the mind.
I don't know. I made some
That's what
really
it's all
rad
about.
word art when I was in elementary school. So we are
I-
pulling those skills
Not
for
doubt
this
my
resume
mind.
project.
That out of my mind.
Flint's Boyish Gladiators almost takes up the whole page.
Through the evening, it's middle of the night at this point, 1 a.m. or so.
Does Zirma ever come?
Mm-mm,
Okay.
no. She be sleeping.
Should we maybe adjourn for the night and then meet in the morning again and then kind of hash out the more exact details of the day?
Yes, I think so.
It's a little late. I'm getting a little tired.
Yes.
That's all right. Okay. Well, we'll meet here tomorrow morning again. Say like 9 or 9:30. Is that enough time for everybody?
That sounds about good.
Okay. Well, everyone have a good night. We'll see you in the morning, okay? Okay.
Okay.
Are you ready to go?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I will get up and head back to the studio.
Flint will carry Stan because he's exhausted now
Okay, yeah.
from all the
He's-
attention.
He's so excited. Yeah, you just have to put him up on your like shoulders, like the Greek bull. Just you carry him home. He's asleep. He's snoring. It's beautiful. Through the night, just going home, going to sleep, long resting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go ahead and take a long rest. Everything, you awaken, nice and simple. You go to your respective homes. Easy enough. And you return in the morning.
Do we discuss possibly? Sorry, before night actually happens. Sorry, I'm rewinding. Do we discuss like a meeting place that is not
Oh.
the middle of the grav walk? Maybe.
We did not.
I'm fine doing that tomorrow.
Probably just
Yeah.
do it.
Okay. Solid.
Before I go to bed, how about
Sure.
this? Before I go to bed, could I look around the studio and see if there would be like an off room that's not actively being used that we could set up?
Yeah,
The
there's
spacing?
a storage room that's empty.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a lot of the art that your parents recently moved. Like that it was stored in that room.
Mm-hmm.
Your parents recently moved into a lot of like selling galleries
Got it.
and liquidated. So
Okay.
that was like this year's income,
Mhm.
and you're good for the year basically. So that room's completely empty. You can set up whatever you'd like in there if you'd like.
Okay.
And it's right by the Rise and Shine, so right down the road from where Flint's living. So
Okay. Just good to know for the future.
sure,
I'll also,
Mm-hmm.
that night, go through like the personal storage and hoping that mom kept all my clothes growing up, see if I can find a small enough tack neck
Mm-hmm.
for Vodia as well.
Beautiful. Yeah. Go ahead. Roll a perception check.
Okay. Just sorting through all of our stuff, see if I can find a tack neck
or
as well.
investigation check, actually.
You want investigation?
Give me investigation.
Sure, that'd be a 5.
5. Beautiful.
Yeah.
It's hard to find. How long you want to look?
I'll
long?
look. I'll look for like 20 minutes until I start feeling tired, but if I can't find it, I'll dedicate time in the morning to pull this off because I just got a compliment on it. I want the crew to slowly start having their own collection of tack necks.
Sure.
The black
Okay.
tactical
You don't find
turtleneck.
anything that night.
Ugh.
Sure.
Dang it, Mom.
You do find. Yeah, you don't find anything. With your passive perception, you'd find one of the windows in like a guest room open, which is odd, but
I'll mosey on over.
sure. Yeah,
Open from the inside or open from the outside?
just open.
Poke my head out?
It's a sheer surface.
Sure.
Yeah, it's like on the second floor, so...
I'll look above me. No one's there?
Mm-mm. Yeah.
Look down on the ground and see, are there like footprints?
Roll an investigation check.
Oh, criminy. Ooh, natural 20.
Woo!
For a 21.
You... Looking for footprints. No footprints. However, like, kind of kneeling down, getting closer to the carpet, you do find a single, like, gray hair in the carpet.
Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Because the guy earlier had gray hair, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shoot. Okay. A singular gray hair, no footprints. I'm going to do a walkabout throughout the gallery.
Yeah. Ronak has gray hair. You're half orc.
Ronak does. Ronak does have gray hair, so maybe it could just be his.
Yeah.
Is it a long gray hair?
It's moderate length.
Damn.
It's not super long, no.
Okay. I'll do a quick walk through the gallery
Sure. Yeah.
and go to the most expensive things we have
Yeah.
first.
Everything's there. You go,
Okay.
you see all the pieces that are on display. Everything's there. Nothing's messed with.
Sure. Ronak's probably not still awake, is he? It's
no,
late.
He's asleep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll talk to him in the morning. We'll be fine.
Sure. Yeah. Anything anybody else wants to do in the night?
I'll do some experiments with metal objects propelling through silk to see if it gives off energy or not, kind of stuff.
Sure. Yeah.
I just want to
General Arcana check for that, and that's the last of it.
Moderate length gray hair be our group name.
I think that's a dirty 20. Let me check.
That's another contender
Yep,
right
dirty
there.
20.
Dirty 20.
Write it down. Moderate length
Yep.
gray
Pretty
hair.
good. Pretty good set of experiments. You've got a good control, got a lot of good samples, so you'd guess that your hypothesis is working. Like, you think you'd be able to make it work. It's just the base energy you need, a lot of the other components that you'd need to pull something that you're thinking of off requires some, like, military grade expensive stuff. Hard to find
Yeah. Okay.
legally. Anyhow.
Flint will, in the tablet of paper that he got
Mhm.
the day before, I think it was.
Yeah.
He will try to start drawing Stan.
Okay, yeah. Perfect. Dexterity check. Yeah.
Oh my. My dexterity is a +2 for a total of 4.
Beautiful. It's
Fitting,
like a stick figure,
of course.
like a kid's drawing of a horse.
I wouldn't expect
Oddly-
less.
The drawing does look more like a horse than it does a Thanks-a-Lotl. As well as odd because
horses literally don't exist for us, so you're not sure where that inspiration came from. But yeah, you're pretty proud of it still.
Yeah.
It's fridge work, you
Yeah.
know. Put it on the fridge. Absolutely. Anything else?
Nope, that's what it'll do that night.
Perfect.
Spend the whole night doing it. For that level mark.
It's
Beautiful.
like 6 a.m. Come on. Come on.
I gotta get this brush stroke right. You awake on the 5th day of the week, Eon. Sun rises. What time are you guys meeting?
Around 9 as well.
Around 9. Perfect. Okay. Anything before that meeting takes place? You said you're gonna look for Ronak, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna go real quick. Possible intrusion. Yeah, real quick. Go chat with Ronak.
Sure. Yeah, he's like preparing breakfast when you go find him in the
Sure.
morning.
Sure. Good morning.
Whoa, good morning. How are you doing, Bacchus?
I'm doing well. It's gonna be a fun day out in the town again.
Fantastic.
So that one, there might be people stopping by a little bit later. Some friends of mine.
All right.
So we won't be in the way or anything, but they might be stopping by.
Sure.
Last night, before I went to bed, there was in one of the guest bedrooms a window was left open. Were you happen to be in there last night?
No, mate. Perhaps my dear wife was cleaning it
Okay.
last night and left
No,
the door open.
yeah,
The
that's-
window open. I'll ask her.
Sure, Esmeralda. I mean, I was just curious. The window was open.
That's odd.
It was a nice night, but
That's
it was a
really
little
odd.
odd. That's the only reason why I ask.
I did my rounds.
Okay.
I checked all the windows, so.
Okay. Well, nothing to worry about. I was just
Okay.
curious. I closed it.
Sure.
No thing.
Sure, yeah.
So I'll probably just grab something real quick, and Vodia will as well. And then we gotta get going. But I hope you have a great day today.
You too. It's good to see you, dear. It's good to see you. You see the orc man is hunched back. He's old, gray hair puffed around like the side of his head. Spectacles hanging on the end of his nose. Really handsome features. Just an old orc man. Over a stove cooking some food.
Some seagull eggs.
Bacon.
Seagull bacon.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Mhm.
Jump into our security room
Sure. For the cameras, right?
for the cameras.
Yeah.
Just do a quick tab
Rewind,
through
see, yeah.
of not the guest bedroom, because I don't think we have cameras in the guest bedroom. I don't know what mom and dad decided to do
You would have one.
in that room.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go to that one, and then
Back's parents have some weird hobbies.
They also
just choose not to address why that's
No,
there,
that's
and then we
great,
just
that's
move
great,
on
that's
real
great.
quick.
But they also keep a multi-million
Yeah,
dollar
collection of
Collection.
art
Oh, yeah.
and
Yeah.
statues and some various.
if you have someone in the guest room that has bad intentions.
I'm not gonna look at it.
Rewinding to the night before.
Winding to the night before, starting after I spoke with the guy
Yeah.
around, let's say, 11.
Mm-hmm.
Just watching to see if anybody came in or anything.
Starting then-
Or what caused the window to open.
Yeah. Starting then, windows closed
Mm-hmm.
from 11 p.m. 11:30. 11:45. A stutter in the camera
Son of a bitch. Okay.
jumps to 12:15 open.
11:45 to 12:15, camera open. Got
Just-
it.
Yeah.
A stutter.
Window open. So there's about a 30-minute gap of
Mhm.
footage gone.
Message everybody. Can we meet at Horizons Untold this morning? Thank you. Send. I will then. Okay, yeah. So I will send that message, and then I will start going through the cameras,
Sure.
all of them,
Yeah.
and start sifting through the footage. to see if any camera caught anything.
Sure.
I'm
Roll an
also-
investigation check for me.
Sure. Did you happen to see anybody last night?
Did I?
Because are you with me? I'm guessing.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
you
Yeah.
would be saying,
Just
you'd
there.
be pretty dead asleep.
yeah.
So probably not.
Okay. I didn't think so.
Okay. Yeah. So I
You
sent
guys
the
stay in the
message.
same room?
No.
No.
Okay.
You would stay in one of the guest rooms. I'm assuming. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. You all, which is pretty much just your room at this point. So congratulations.
My first room.
Investigations. Dang it! I knew it was coming. I knew you were gonna say it.
I don't know. I missed it. I was so in debt.
She's in her first
It's my
room.
first room.
Oh.
We can make it at home. That'd be an 11.
An 11.
11 for investigation.
It would take you a lot of time.
Sure.
You're there, about an hour passes, about 8 a.m. when you got up.
Yeah.
9 a.m. people start trickling in who got the message. DJ
Yeah.
shows up at around 9:30 because she sat in the grav walk for about 30 minutes, not realizing she got a message. And then was like, oh no, I gotta go. And then went and
I would have like sent the location.
Yep.
Said like, Flint, will you show them where it is? Because I know Flint has been there before.
Yep.
I think we might have all stopped by there for me to pick something up, but I didn't introduce it, so
Right.
I was gonna
Yeah.
introduce it again.
But everyone's officially there about 9:30, and you're looking through the footage still, and everyone starts trickling into the security room as Ronak has started to
yeah.
re-lead everybody.
Before
in.
I head out for the day, I just check to see if Zirma wants to come.
She's up and at him, and she gets up, gets dressed, and gets all of her supplies, and follows you out. So.
Okay. And then if she's coming, then I bring Iria with me as well.
Okay. Yeah. He lands on your shoulder, gives you a smug look, and he's ready to go. Perfect. Are you bringing Stan?
I'll bring Stan.
Oh,
Okay.
boy.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's just gonna be a zoo in the art.
no.
So
no, the
you
art
are-
museum and the art gallery.
You hear.
Oh god, with the white walls. And
You're
like-
in. You're
Take the
in the
bowl into
security
the
room.
china shop.
Yeah.
You can hear out in the gallery a
No.
from his sludgy little paws touching everything.
Mom and Dad are still gone, so this is okay. Mom and Dad are still gone.
You can hear Esmeralda. Oh no!
At which point I'll pause, and then walk out and just, greet everybody
Yeah.
and be like, I know last time everyone was here, you didn't get a chance to, but officially, you three, welcome. This is Horizons Untold. This is the art gallery that is owned and operated by my parents and kind of me. I kind of help out with everything. This is also where I live. My room is up the stairs on the over there.
My room is up the stairs too.
Her room is up the stairs as well. I know we were gonna meet at the Grav Walk. Thank you for meeting here. I think somebody might have broke into the home last night.
Was it that man?
Well, maybe. I'm just trying to figure out, and maybe you could take a look at the camera, the footage as well, to see, because there's just a jump. And so I just needed to look through it all, and it was going to take time.
Wait,
So
so
I
there was a
apologize.
jump?
Yes. Yeah, so 11:45 to 12:15, there's like the shutter thing, and the window went from closed to open. So I really
So somebody
feel-
tampered with the video.
So I need to look through all of that because Mom and Dad aren't home right now. So it was just going to be, so thank you for meeting here. I apologize. I hadn't intended. But you are more than welcome to hang out or watch as I do this. Feel free to look at the artwork and everything. You feel free to take a walk out back in the backyard where there's grass.
Is there a fountain?
There would be a fountain, yes. Now, important, don't. There's the decoration garden where like statues are, and then there's our personal yard. Maybe just stay in the personal yard, not the decoration garden where the statues and really nice big fountain is. That's art. There's a small little pool kind of thing maybe hang out in that area instead. Just because it's quite a few. It's a few million gold. The work, and I don't think Mom and Dad would not be happy with that.
That's understandable.
Yeah. You taking Stan out there?
Yeah.
Roll a strength check for me. Against Stan's strength check.
Please don't let me.
What's Stan's strength modifier?
Evan,
Stan's strength modifier
Evan,
is
Evan, I really need you to pull through right now.
plus 0.
Okay.
I rolled a 4 plus 3, so 7.
He rolled a flat 10.
Nice.
So you get out into the backyard, and you're holding him on the leash, and he's like power dragging you as he's like. And he gets up to the water, the small pool, and just like sticks his face into it and just bubbles.
Okay. The small pool is fine. It's the
And he
fountain.
just flops into the water and just
Yeah.
like rolls into the deep and just disappears.
Yeah, I'll
In the
unclip
water.
him before he gets to the
Yeah, he almost pulls you in, but you unclip him and he is just under the water somewhere. Pool's deeper than you thought it'd be.
Yeah.
You said he complimented your clothing.
the tack neck, yes.
Is there any? Do you have a blueprint or anything that you follow for that?
I mean, I have some rough sketch designs, but they'd be in my journal. I don't in the
All
journal.
right. Did you have any like? Did you have any more of those?
Not really, because I don't really publicize that I do this. It's more just private stuff.
Right, but you told him that you made it here, and he
Yes.
does fashion, right?
Yes.
What if he came for your ideas and took them for his own?
Weirdly, I'm kind of okay with it because like that's a drastic step, and I feel like that's kind of cool that somebody would go that far to take something of mine. I've never had anybody steal from me personally.
All right, but
Me
suddenly
growing
it's
up,
not
yes.
yours.
Well, I mean, it's not. If it got made, I guess I wouldn't really. I mean, my journal was beside my bedside table, and I haven't left the home, so I wouldn't pick it up. Did the journal look disturbed at all? Because that's the only place I write down my stuff.
Nothing looked disturbed in your room.
Okay.
Did you, going through the... You haven't checked the camera of your room.
Oh no. I guess now I'll shift it and ask you to sit in as well, just knowing that somewhat that he has any idea about, seems like the most knowledgeable of technology.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah, we'll go awkwardly watch video of me in my room.
Yeah. You go for about 45 minutes, nothing going on. 11:45 to 12:15.
Yeah?
Dark figure in the corner, standing there. And just slowly walks up towards your bedside and stands over you and just looks at you.
Oh, shoot, someone looking at me.
About 6'1", about the same height as Gerard. Jutsu. You don't. It's dark.
Like
so it's,
cloak and like something over? Okay, so someone's just standing there.
wearing this cardigan-like, almost like stole over his shoulders down to his hips.
Who'd wear a cardigan?
It's like a cloak. That
Is it corduroy?
There is a nightlight in the room.
you do
If
see.
that helps, Patrice is scared of the dark, so...
There's a nightlight.
There is a nightlight, because I am scared of the dark.
You'd see, aside from the kind of cardigan, like nothing underneath it, shirtless. He has pants, but like completely shirtless. You immediately recognize elvish features in the muscle structures, as the muscles and elves go weird directions on their body. Picks up the journal and like opens it and like just goes page by page through. You can see only in the light
There's some personal stuff in there.
In the light, you can just see just a big smile across the face.
Was Gerard an elf?
No, he's a human.
Yeah.
Oh,
So it's not Gerard. So,
Seeing the elven features,
Yeah, 'cause
I'm
you're
not
watching.
positive. I'm not positive how dark vision works through cameras or through footage. Would it look about the same height as yours?
Damn it, Logan. Damn it, Logan. Okay. He looks through the journal.
Yep. He's smiling big at it. Closes it. Turns.
Like artistic renderings.
Looks into the camera, and you can see his.
Paint me like one of your French girls. Okay.
You see how you know how like cats, when you take pictures of cats, their eyes like, you know, and the camera does that with his eyes as the elven-like shaped alien sideways eyes just stare at you, big smile through the camera.
Oh.
And he just
thinks I'm hot.
puts up a long finger.
Oh, through the camera.
Oh, into the camera.
Into the camera.
I'm having nightmares about this tonight in real life. This is horrifying.
Turns from the camera, and for a good rest of like the footage, like 25 minutes, you know, almost all of it, he just stands there and stares at you.
So he looked directly at the camera.
Mm-hmm.
Is it enough for you to get a recognition?
Yeah. Is it? Is? Am I
Roll a
seeing
history
enough
check.
to?
Roll a history check.
Most importantly, was Mr. Man sleeping with me that night? My cat, Mr. Man, is he okay?
Mr. Man was there asleep next to you.
Oh,
Nothing.
Mr. Man died. I'd kill everybody.
It's over.
I can't stress
You're
it.
right.
I can't assure my fat cat has to be okay.
23.
Thank you, beautiful.
He has a scar he didn't have before. Across his like face down from his like across his lip, down his throat.
In home, you should check her.
But aside from that,
I'll start going through it.
he really hasn't aged a day, and he looks the same. It's your Alishai.
We need to stay together.
So I'm going to guess that that is the person.
Yes, that is the person.
Okay. From what I've gathered,
He looks the same as he did when he left, except for he now has a scar.
okay, is anybody else watching this footage?
I am because I
am
gave you the
also.
idea.
Okay.
Long,
I am out
long
in the
hair
yard
that goes
with-
down to
with
about his
Flint and-
shoulders.
and Stan.
Okay.
Do you have? You talked about Firebird. Do I recognize the name Firebird?
No.
You talked about Firebird. Did you
Yeah.
take notes in your book about Firebird?
Not this journal. That was like police. Sorry. not in this journal. That would have been more of police stuff. That would have been like recorded for there. This journal was like designs, thoughts, feelings, picture renderings of people. This would be more of just like this is more of a diary. A journal diary sort of. This is not what I investigated with. I have a separate journal where I do like my investigations through, but I hide that. I
Okay.
hide that. I don't leave that out. This is just more of like
In that journal,
I feel good.
do you have the names, locations, anything of people you love?
this is me thinking what I write in that journal.
Any of
Not-
us by name?
Not really. No, I just
Okay.
this is more of a personal. I just design, I draw.
So
I,
if he
like
got
the
every
technique.
every single piece of information out of that journal and memorized it, there would be nothing dangerous about it.
Well, I mean, there's some personal stuff in there. Yes, there were some days that weren't as good that I chronicled those feelings and things, and I had some nightmares sometimes I'd write down, but not like this is exactly where I hide my money.
It's not like a diary where you talk about your day to day.
I mean, some days I do, but I try not to write down what we've been doing because it's not really great what we're doing. So I didn't really want to record. I mean, I wrote down like things that I would know what they mean, but that's from years of that's from my time with the police. Like that was we were trained to sort of do that as well. If we were going to take private notes, I have my code system that wouldn't make sense without my knowledge.
You were with the police?
Yeah, that's what Tide was.
Tide is police?
Yes. Yeah. Tactical identification, detainment, and enforcement. If I remember right, it's been a year. Hold on. Yep, enforcement. Remember when I said like the tax evasion and stuff like that?
Mm-hmm.
That's what that was. But no, there shouldn't be anything huge. We shouldn't be
Okay.
anything.
Well,
Who else was here last night?
Well, it would have been and Ronark, who is making breakfast,
Right.
and then Esmeralda would he be here as well. Mom and Dad are gone.
Right. We should check their rooms to see if he did the same thing to them or if he singled you out.
Okay. Well, do you want to start with your room? And do you want any? Are you okay with us taking a look? Okay. And we'll start with Vodia's room then. Same time frame.
Same time frame.
Same time frame.
Within the same time frame.
Oh, I guess I probably want to be the exact same time frame.
Right.
Because he would be. Really, Logan? What's that mean? What's that have to tell me, Logan? What did you do? What in your backstory? Okay. Okay, now, starting from when the window opened and moving forward to when he left my room, because we're just going to look at it all. Starting from when the window opened, even if it means he'd be in two places at once. Or them.
Window open, nothing. It's around halfway through the time that he would have been in your room.
Mm-hmm.
Just for a few moments you see dark figure in the corner of Vodia's.
Damn.
I hate this so much.
Approaches
So creepy.
slowly. A bit of his form is like almost translucent.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like he's physically there.
Okay.
Does this nearly the same thing. Looks at the camera.
Mm-hmm.
Big smile on his face. Looks down. And you hear just the slight whisper. You hear him say, "Oh, now you're a curiosity." Slightly shrugs, and just the form just walks through the wall.
A ghost assassin.
so
Well, this is the time that he was in your room, though, right?
Yes.
So now he's in two places.
Yes.
but this was obviously more of a ghost, so
Right.
it could have been some sort of projection. Or...
Physically in your room, but scouting out everywhere else in the house with the ghost.
Yes.
Wow.
This definitely means that I don't think we should be alone anymore.
I don't think we should split up tonight.
Do any of you have any experience with taking watches at night?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, they're
not
outside.
there.
Should we have this conversation with everyone?
We should have this conversation with
Okay.
them. Yes.
Maybe that would be the play. Okay. I'll step outside real quick.
So where'd you get Stan?
More important.
Oh, you came from my home planet.
The stand
Where are you
back.
from?
Oh, shoot. The
I forget what
stand
the name of the planet is.
Jorah,
Jorah.
Sure.
home planet of the Genasi.
Yep.
And other races like the Arakakra, Tabaxi.
Came here looking for new students for my school.
Okay. It's like why specifically did you come here?
Well, because this is like the main planet in the solar system. There's more people here.
Oh, okay.
More opportunity.
Okay. Cool. I really like Stan.
Yeah, he's pretty awesome.
Just bubbles from the water.
I'll toss him a treat into the water and let it sink to him.
Yeah, you can see his maw like open and teeth just come out from the gums and encompass the treat
Like Toothless.
and just disappear in the darkness.
Toothless.
Like
That's great.
Toothless.
That's great.
Yeah.
His face is just a big Toothless with gills.
Yeah. Very similar, actually.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
That's
Toothless
amazing.
does look like an axolotl.
We
That's
need
weird.
fan
Yeah.
art of Stan.
That'd be beautiful.
Just, we're gonna talk about some things real quick. If you guys want to come back in, Stan is more than welcome to hang out here. I mean, it's fenced-in property. I don't know how if he likes to hang out. If he can be left off leash and stuff like that, but he's
I'll
more than
turn-
welcome.
I'll turn to Stan like, "Hey Stan, just hang out in the pool, okay?" And I'll toss a couple more treats in and walk away.
Sure, yeah.
While
Back
they're
in-
getting them, I'm making sure that Zirma's with us. I don't know where she was in the house, but making sure that she hears all of this information.
Yeah, she was looking at the art, but she'd catch up with all of you.
Okay. Now that everyone's here, we'll take a quick tour of the place, just so everyone is fully aware of what it is, and then we'll just discuss some things. So this is obviously the main floor. Most of the pieces are out here. It's an open concept, so you just kind of meander about. Some people feel that art speaks to them a little bit more than other individuals do. And I'll just walk them throughout the house,
Yeah.
showing like my room, showing my room, some storage rooms, the main pieces, the off wings, the backyard, the second backyard. Just kind of walk them through the
Yeah.
home. Recant them in probably the storage room
Yeah.
that I know could be set aside. We'll probably just meet in there.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so last night an individual came and he entered the home and he looked through my things. He looked through their belongings, just kind of made their way around. One belonging, yep. The one, sorry, my apologies. The one belonging. Made their way through around the home, and we believe that this individual is in
Yeah.
connection with
Yes, it is.
Fyodor over here.
From what he looked like, it was Yaralashai.
You're all shy.
Oh, your uncle.
Yes.
The uncle, Yoro. The uncle Yoro, right?
Yes.
Okay. Why would he take a look at me, I guess, is my question.
My only thought is if he has some connection to the Firebird that you were talking about.
Okay.
I do not personally recognize that name or anything. But I mean, you look stuff up. I mean, there's a lot of dirt in my family, and we deal with a lot of stuff like that.
What if he saw you
And-
that day with him?
That would be my next question. Do you
Or
think he
that.
saw two of us? And
If we saw him, more than likely it was because he wanted us to see him. He is really good at what he does.
At the same time, with that, how long has he been following us, and how many of us has he seen? Because he did go to Vodia as well.
yeah, I do not know. I didn't see anybody walking. I didn't see anybody following us to the grav walk last night. But I don't know. We just have cameras here, so that's the only way I know.
If he's only seen if he wants to be seen, he may have been there for a while.
So I guess now, I mean, this is what I know about Firebird. Firebird was a nomiker, a name that we used to identify an individual who was performing a multitude of various levels of crimes. Our department handled them specifically because they were of our nature, business fraud, different illegal happenings. the only way that this person might know who I am personally is because at one point we went after them and it didn't really go well. We had some individuals injured and they got away, and we never really heard or saw them again. So it was one of those where the investigation is quote unquote still ongoing, but we decided and we kind of took a break until we could find more information about them. We never had an individual's description. We never learned anything about them. And so it was, yeah. So this could be in connection, and maybe we have been poking our noses into something that they happen to be related to, and that's what's causing this. I don't know.
The only two places I think that this could relate to is possibly your Firebird situation, but also possibly Asa, because if Asa knows that he can barely touch him, this is his one person that could touch him, and now he's going after you because you're in connection to him, and he's seen her, and he's going after him. He might have all of us.
I would probably assume that yes, everybody here is now known. So this is your chance to kind of disappear if you think you can. But I would assume at this point that yes, everybody is known. We have to assume for everyone's safety at the least that everybody knows who we are.
I think we need to stay together tonight and probably from now on.
At least until we
figure out what is going on. Yes. I did talk to Daz about your Alashai.
Sure.
Yesterday. He seemed pretty shook up about it. I haven't talked to my parents yet. If we need to, I can, and they may know. I don't know why he left in the first place. Neither did Daz.
Is there any way we could talk to Daz about finding out what he might know, what he has connections to?
I mean, he said he has no clue on why your Alashai left.
When you saw this individual in the recordings, as compared to when we last saw them, that outside yesterday, was anything different? Was anything...
I mean, I only got the glimpse when we saw him in the street.
Okay.
You really only saw his face.
Still had the scar in the street.
Couldn't see that much detail. You could just see the general, oh, that looks like a blast from the past, essentially, but...
Okay. I mean, at this point, we have to kind of decide if we want to continue to move forward or not.
I think this takes precedence over the blackmail situation. This is someone who is possibly hunting us down and has gotten to us where we are vulnerable. At this point, it becomes taking care of ourselves before finishing a job.
Yes, but what are we going to do? You know?
I don't know.
I don't think there is anything we can do other than wait until he shows up. I mean, if we do the job for the family, they might be more... We might be able to get more information out. You know, scratch their back and they'll scratch ours.
Well, if he's a threat to us, he's a threat to your family too, right?
I know. That's what I told Daz yesterday.
Maybe this will pull him out maybe a little bit more too, and we can find out more exactly what's going on. That's dangerous, don't get me wrong, but...
The biggest worry that I have is if he is connected to what we are doing.
Yes.
If we are digging up a buried mine.
What if he's the one who, like, well, either, what if he's the one who who contracted this job. Like, in a weird way, I don't know.
Oh.
He's trying to watch over the job.
That
He
could
doesn't
be.
want us to oust
He would not.
his involvement.
The family would most likely not take any money from him or anything. It was a complete severance between the family and him when he left. And he could probably do whatever he wants. He would not need to pay for it.
We probably should just continue moving forward then as we are. I don't like the idea, but we have no other options unless we try to... do we have? I mean...
We can continue, but the plan needs to switch because we cannot split half and half.
That's fine. That's fine. It could just turn into we go in at night, a small group, but the larger group is still closer by. And but no, we don't have to split. I think that's totally fine.
Guys, I work with little kids. Like, I'm a teacher. Do I need to, like... quit?
Maybe.
Take leave?
I'm not going to tell you to quit your job, but maybe call out for a week or something.
Ask the principal if there's been any suspicious activity.
Okay.
If we are going to do this, we should probably do it sooner rather than later. I mean, if they're already looking at us and things like that, we just have to kind of continue moving forward, I guess.
They aren't, like, watching us on these cameras or anything, are they?
The cameras are recording, yes. Are they watching
see us?
the cameras or the individuals who entered the home or the gallery last night?
I don't know how technology
Did they do
works,
anything to the cameras?
That's a thought. Let's go back to that room. Back in that room, I'm gonna check and see if there's any, like, malware, for lack of a better term, checking for anything that's sending out information.
Can I check for malware? Can I do a malware check?
Malware check?
Plus 6 is gonna be 21.
You are just killing these Arcana rolls tonight. Holy moly. Yeah. Back door was left.
Oh, son of a...
Yeah, so he's like the recording stream of any of the cameras have been going out.
Cutting that off right away, if I can.
Yeah. Yeah. With that high of a check, you'd find it and easily cut it off.
And then I'm going to go ahead and disconnect any internet connection that data connect that the computer actually has. So it's only connected from the computer to the cameras.
Yeah.
And back to the computer, nothing external.
Yep. Sure. Yeah, easy.
There was, yes.
Do we know where it was being sent to?
Is there any way to track
No. Is there any way to track it?
Not really. Not after you've cut it off already.
Yeah. No, I just wanted to turn it off as fast as possible.
That's totally fine.
But now he does have all of our faces.
He does know all of our faces. He knows where you at least know that it's him. But judging by how he looked at the cameras, he knew this was all going to happen.
Yeah, I would assume at this point that he knows everything about kind of everything.
Yeah.
And what we're trying to do, what we were asked to do, and that we're associates of each other. So we probably do need to come up with a team name really quickly.
So he knows how to address us.
So he knows how to address us so that when he shows up, we can be like, hey, you can't mess with the moderately long gray hair, the desperados, that was my own invention, the continual disappointments, or the perpetual disappointments, which would be like PD, which I thought that was kind of fun, SEAL team, waterfish, Or the first suggestion, fire-breathing rubber duckies.
Wow.
I vote for the first
These
one.
are
Okay.
options.
These, yes. So we should probably settle that. I know now is not the time and place to have this
What
discussion.
if we just called ourselves the Nameless?
The Nameless.
I don't mind that.
Okay. Okay.
Sounds really badass.
It does sound pretty cool.
It also does kind of sound evil, but
It does.
It does sound
But it keeps us...
nameless.
Yes, exactly.
except for it's kind of like a name, so we are dictating ourselves as.
Mm-hmm. We could do. Let's go with. Okay, is anybody adversely opposed to the Nameless?
It sounds a little crimey.
The Nameless. Nameless Force. The Nameless Force. The
Well,
Nameless.
DJ, what have we done so far?
Yeah, I didn't exactly know that that's what this was going to be. To
Agreed.
be fair,
Agreed.
but I feel like we're doing crime to prevent badder crime.
Yes, we're doing it for a good cause,
Yes, that sounds...
the betterment of ourselves.
So
So we're not mad at criminals. We're just disappointed in the really bad ones.
yes,
We could be the nomads.
the Nomads
Or the disappointments.
or the Disappointments.
Yes,
We could do the Disappointments.
Let's go ahead.
The disappointing Nomads, nameless ones. Just what if
String them all together.
TD
Mhm.
in
The
What
nameless
if we did
nomads.
something really cool, like you just said your cop organization was like
Well,
the,
Tide, and then
the
I served.
letters stood for things.
We could
Then
try
I
to
turned-
confuse them
then I
by naming
served
ourselves
with the beach.
Firebird.
That's probably not the move. There's a lot of ways if we go around screaming Firebird that people will be alerted to that. Because that's still ongoing. So that wouldn't be the best to be like, hey, we are Firebird. That will get us into a lot of.
But think about how
fire
confused
seal
they'd be.
holes.
We'd be like, hey, we are Firebird, and then
We
they'd be
should
like, oh
probably
no,
just
we are
move away from
Firebird.
the fire category, just as a whole. Let's just.
What eats birds?
I'm
Predators?
fine for
Cats.
the nameless or the
Seals.
nomads.
How? Okay. What if we just go with the Nomads for now, and I'll start drafting and see if I can come up with like a little, like how Tide or Beach.
Yeah, as long as we don't have anything connecting us to anything else.
I won't use all of the first letters of our name into a thing. I won't.
That's
Do
what's
that.
my
Yes.
next
I won't do
idea.
that.
I don't want them to relate us.
But we have 2 Fs, 1 D,
Mm-hmm.
and another F. So that's 3 Fs.
Literally.
So that's
3
Yeah.
F's given.
It's just
Let's
a bunch
just
of
make it as...
continents.
3 F's give.
it would have to be something.
Triple Fs.
Triple Fs. But there's 3 other. Nomads.
I
Nomads.
think the nomads is fine.
So before we get too much further, I think we should do.
Again, why do we have to do this all the time?
Okay. Do we
You
do it
don't.
on?
Okay. Why don't you put your.
If you're not going to, and we don't all
Do
have
we
to,
do we do it on 3 or right
Just
after
once.
3?
I don't touch hands with cup.
You don't have to touch it. Oh, that's
This is new. What are we yelling at on 3?
Nomad?
The
nomads.
Nomads on 3. Nomads on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Nomads on 3.
nomads.
We will get better. We will get better.
I'm just gonna go walk to the backyard away from these people
Yeah.
to take a breather.
Yeah, you walk out into the backyard.
Oh no.
With your passive perception, you can feel eyes on you.
Great. Can
You
I look?
turn and you look, and Stan is like, his eyes are just peeking out of the pond, just staring at you.
Have I ever seen an axolotl?
No.
Okay.
You have no idea what that thing is.
So.
Alright.
Oh no.
Well, alright.
Oh
I'm
no.
just gonna sit in like the corner across from the pool, like as far away as I can, but still outside.
Yeah.
Keeping my distance.
You see his eyes above the water. and then just goes back under.
I've seen weirder, so not too freaked out.
It's like, oh, whatever. Okay.
You've really never. Oh man, that'd be horrifying.
So, you've assembled, you've caught up of what, figure out what's going on. As it's going right now, is it looking like you're heading towards this night where you're going to get in and get the information that you think you need?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably, yeah.
And that's the case, then we're going to go ahead and take a quick break.
Sure.
About 5-7 minutes, leave off here, and we'll pick up with the Night Heist.
Night Heist.
Night Heist, baby!
Night Heist.
Stay with us.
Guys,
Stay with us.
welcome back. And thank you for joining us. Now we're done with the break. It's time to commence the Night Heist. Oh dear. Thank you all. Thank you all for being here. Picking up where we left off, right?
Yeah.
You all kind of prepared, spent the previous day preparing everything, getting everything ready, getting some information, finding out some unsettling information about a particular person. It's around 11 a.m. You've met in Bakros's,
Home.
what's the word? Home. That's
Home.
that's the word. Studio. Now, what would you all like to do? Would you like to just kind of time skip forward to the Night Heist? You want to do more preparations?
Maybe
Make a plan real quick?
maybe a little bit of a plan.
Okay.
Plan would be good.
To plan players for a hot moment, and then we could send Vodia through the vents with just your tool to hack in. Just her. We get Flint can like hurl her up there. She gets in, gets the data, gets out. We send Vodia through the vent and Fyodor. As Fyodor is the one who would like plug in and hack and everything, right?
You would have built the drive to hunt the information.
Hunt it by itself. I was gonna ask just
it hunts it on its own and collects it on its own. You don't need to do anything
It
hands-on.
just needs plugged in and
Yep.
a little bit of time.
So we can all go there,
The
right?
only-
And,
yeah.
and hang out and
The
then be there.
only thing I'm worried about that plan is I don't think Vodia's character is very tech savvy
he'll
and
have
very.
really-
She might
There-
have to roll with disadvantage
I have-
just to plug in the machine.
Yeah.
Disadvantage, and I have not very good art.
Yes, so that's not great. The benefit, the counter to that would be hopefully you could just plug it in, and Fyodor, we could teach her.
Yeah, if you teach.
We could teach her and show her,
Yes,
and
it
not
would-
because from the sound of it, all you got to do is just.
We could show her on the video camera devices just to show you what it would look like.
Option 2 would be some of us go and we talk to them, and try to create a
them
diversion
distracted.
so that Fyodor could slip into the room. The downside of that one is that Fyodor is not inherently stealthy.
No,
At least
too bad.
not as much as.
No, not anywhere near what she can do. She can just
Yes.
disappear.
Yes.
Yeah.
So those are I would say those are two main options, unless somebody has a third, I guess. And I can, during the day, can I pull up on one of our home workstations or something like that, the copy of like the layout of the building?
Yeah.
Would there be a vent path that would lead into his office?
Yeah.
That
First-
Vodia could reasonably, without knowing exactly, get through?
First left of the vent.
First left?
Yeah, when you enter the vent that you had saw on the outside of the office, first left from that vent into another left. That's the where you can drop down into that main room. Like it's a pretty easy to see.
We could. So I mean, we could send her in. I don't know what I'm doing.
We were trying to get the. Sorry, the camera is not focusing over there. Let me.
Oh, it's fine. We could just send her in and do it that way, or we try to talk. I feel like sending her in would be the least obtrusive, the least us involved.
As long as we can make sure that she plugs it in correctly.
And I think we could spend the time throughout the day because we're probably we're doing this at night.
Right.
I mean, we have computers and stuff at the studio. We can, Fyodor and I can talk with her and teach her how to. And then we can teach her when to unplug it, and then she can escape the same way. Do you have things like rope,
I
a
have
way
rope.
to get in? Okay, like the basic thieving tools as well, some like lockpicks and stuff like that.
Well, my lockpick broke, but
Okay, you can borrow mine.
okay.
You can borrow mine, or one of my sets. I have a few sets. I'll just.
Okay.
You can
Also, I'm really good at climbing.
go ahead and roll a Arcana check with advantage. Either Fyodor or you to teach Vodia. You're doing it together.
Yeah, I'll be there to help facilitate open communication between the non-speaker. And,
It's a DC 15 here, and it will give her pretty decent DC for her roll later.
Okay.
To figure it out. If you manage to beat the DC of 15 by 5 or more, it'll give her some benefits when she makes her roll to make her DC.
You said at advantage?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I believe in you.
And you said Arcana.
Yep.
That is going to be a 23.
All right, there you go. There you go. That'll make it much easier for you, Vodio. They teach you, and a lot of it makes sense to you. It's pretty logical the way that everything's set up.
Cool.
So you think you can do it? Pretty confident.
Cool. The plug only goes in one way, so just, and if it doesn't work, just flip it over and try it that way.
And she doesn't have to type any buttons or anything, right? She
Nope, it just
inserts it.
Plug it in, count to 60. You'll see
Will anything like flash to also indicate that it is done?
Well, there
on
is
the
a red
device?
light and a green light on it. It's
Okay.
red, and when it turns green, it's done.
So maybe just watch for the green light.
I can do that.
Yeah. Everybody else will probably just be stationed there in case something bad happens, but we won't be. I think the best way again would be Flint will help get her up there. Just kind of do like a toss up or whatever you feel would be best to get her up there so you can get a hold of the vent. Did the vent have a cover on it?
Mm-hmm.
How are we gonna get the vent cover off?
She has tools, can't she just...
If she would climb in through this vent, is this on display for other people to see? Because you said it was along the back wall here, and then there were stairs up.
Yep. If people are looking for you, like on the stairs, and you're making a lot of
Noise.
a lot of movement, people will probably see you. If
Okay.
you're trying to do it stealthy, you'll likely be able to pull it off. Depends on how well you can roll.
Sure. So she could just unscrew it. We could. It's high risk, high reward. We could make a scene down below. We could make a scene to try to draw all the attention down. But they might leave to come investigate or something like that, and that would be. Were there guards on the platform?
Roll history check.
17.
You saw 4 different patrols of officers, 2 by 2, but it looked like they were in transit to other parts of the city. None of them looked like they were assigned to that place, to the station.
Should we dress up like we are maintenance? Go there. Act like we're doing maintenance on the entryway. Open it up. Have her stealth in. If somebody sees her doing this, that's where the maintenance garb would be good. We could say, "Oh no, we are just working on this. We are hired to do this." And
Do you think that'd be something that would have been communicated with them prior? Like cleared?
if they're not building guards,
I'm more saying the staff that was working. The staff, the
Oh,
3 of them that were up there, I feel like they would know if somebody was coming to clean the duct.
Up there, they can barely see past... They can't even see as close as the platforms. So they can only see the platform.
Okay. Okay, so maybe we just go about it. We have Flint get her up there.
And then
The rest of us are just relaxing in the cafe, or not even close by, but not.
maybe on a bench or something. Just
Yes.
sitting nearby, just keeping watch, kind of spread out to
Mhm.
make sure we get more of a better watch.
And then we go in, do your thing, get back out, and then we just reconvene here. And then I can start pouring over the documents. Does anybody have any objections or anything else I'm missing? I mean, it's pretty loose. I went over the duct system with you. So it's pretty simple to get in and out.
How does she get back up to the duct from the room? Is it
When the duct leads out, does it go? It's from
It's on the
the ceiling.
She has a rope.
do you have a rope you could tie off to something or?
And I climb.
Okay.
Very good.
Do you just need something to fasten the rope to in the duct itself? With my extremely limited HVAC knowledge, I'm talking just bare minimum. I'm talking
Yeah, you would need something.
It's video game. That's it. That's the only reference I have for this. But we would need some sort of object to anchor the rope to.
Mm-hmm. If we took like, I don't know, we could fashion like a rod or something that would be wider than the opening. Tie it to the rod, and then it would be going down the whole ductwork.
What if Flint helped the other end?
That's a lot of rope. That's a lot of rope to get through. That's the issue, though. That's the issue, though.
How big is?
Flint won't be in the vent.
You had the blueprints of the building, right?
Yep.
How far away, like from the outside wall to the room?
50 feet.
That's a lot of rope, and then that also leaves Flint there to just be standing, and I'm concerned about that because Flint is respectfully larger, more likely to draw attention. It's not his fault that he's that well.
I can be
built.
pretty sneaky for my person of my stature.
Okay, well then that's good, but I would just be a little concerned about you standing holding a rope.
I can look like a statue, if that helps.
Oh. Okay, that will be duly noted. So that's also something to consider.
Like you can
Done well.
stand as still as a statue, or
Yeah, and then Flint will strike a pose and just stand there.
Roll a performance check for me.
Performance.
Call me Guardians of the Galaxy Drax.
Yeah.
I wonder who Flint was inspired by.
That is going to be an 18.
Oh man, this is why he has expertise in that.
Unmoving.
Oh wow.
I also have proficiencies in disguise kits, so
You don't see his diaphragm isn't moving. You can't see him breathing.
Oh,
Unblinking. He
nearly disappears.
he does. That's really good.
I mean, if I didn't know he was there, I probably would look past him and see that he's there. But
yeah, the only people that might recognize
might
that
look
is
dead.
people who are there every single day.
That is also the people there might notice an extra statue out of nowhere that they weren't communicated might be because they know their environment. So for them, they're a little bit less observant of it, but at the same time, they would instantly notice a difference.
Should we disguise him with like paint or something and make him look like a statue?
Make him look like the wall he's gonna stand. Maybe not. Maybe that might be
It was worth a thought.
overthinking it a little bit too much. I think I like your idea of fashioning a rod that she could, that they could then send out to secure, and then tie the rope off. They can go down, and then pull themselves back up because they are a good climber.
I do.
And then
I do kind of have this item that I have infused a while back. I haven't used it recently. I didn't really have a use for it, but it was kind of one of my first experiments. It's a prosthetic limb, but it would be pretty easy to make it grab onto something.
Okay.
Logan made a limb. Wow, we're all shocked.
Thank you, Artificer
Zack Snyder,
Infusions.
no.
What?
Zack Snyder, not shocked at all. The backer is very concerned for a quick moment. When you say it can hold on to something,
And I pull it out, and then I like reach just inside like the back of it, and just move some levers, and like you see the fingers move around like that.
right?
And then you see it close into a fist.
I love that. That's very well done. That looks very practical and useful for a lot of people who might be missing a limb. What will hold that secure while she is pulling up on it? Do you see what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I mean, they could grab on. She could have it grab onto like the wall or something.
Right, but then isn't the hand also supposed to be holding the rope?
Well, you could tie the rope around the arm.
And then the arm will just grab the
grab
duct
on.
itself. I see it. It will just like...
Yeah.
And then the arm will hang down, but she'll just pull it up and then pull the...
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Or we could just use a stick.
Or we could just
like
use
a metal rod.
We could just use a metal rod. That could just... Could you have something that could like expand out and latch in?
I mean, I probably could make it. I don't have anything right now.
How much time would it take you to make it?
How much time would it take me to make it? I mean, it'd just be like a pipe.
Yeah, a pipe.
A glorified pipe that's a little smaller. I think it's a little bit bigger.
It's an 18.
To count as an anchoring source.
You guess you could probably go into a back alley, break a pipe off of a water line, and just use that.
So this is a crazy idea.
Mhm.
I've been in there before. Like, could I just? What exactly needs to happen?
This just needs plugged in for about a minute. The red light, it has a red light. Then when you plug it in, it gets power, and the red light turns on. And then when it turns green, it's done.
Well, could I just bring you in for an interview in his office?
He won't be there.
Do you think he would give me a tour? And then you plug it in as we wait?
He won't be there. He doesn't come in at night.
I know. I mean, I'm saying not doing it tonight.
A different day.
Doing it, like scheduling a meeting. I don't know. It's just a thought.
Do we want to connect ourselves with this at all? I think that's kind of the goal, is that we
that's true.
that we aren't at any way there.
So we had a camera issue at your house.
Mm-hmm.
Is there going to be a camera issue here too?
We'd have to hack into it. I haven't programmed this to do that. We didn't think about cameras.
I didn't either.
I mean, I think in that case we try to only get one person because we won't be able to sneak around a camera. So if we do the sneaking in plan, would you be okay if we disguised you, or if we, like, you had the mask on or something so they couldn't see who you are?
Go ahead and roll a history check, Deidre. See if you remember if there are cameras in there.
I don't know.
Maybe
Can I help her since I walked in?
Go ahead and roll a history check.
Maybe there aren't, but that's a very good point. There probably are. You threw a mask on there, maybe a fake beard.
No beard. Come on, baby.
No beard.
That's
no
a
beard.
big 10.
Yeah, I got a 12.
No cameras.
No cameras?
You might be lying to us. But I think we still throw a disguise on her, though. At the very,
It would be in case of
a mask at the very least. Just on the off chance.
Yeah, if somebody
Might as
walks in
well.
there or something.
Is this planet also? This is also the planet of halflings and gnomes, right?
Yep. And dwarves.
That helps. That she wouldn't look the most out of place. It would be easier to pawn it off like, hey, we just happen to have this friend of ours, so that helps too.
Do we need a code word or something if shit hits the fan?
How?
Like if she comes out of the vent really fast running, like that we can all know right away that this is like a get out of dodge.
I will say dodge.
Dodge it is.
Dodge it is.
Do you want to take my device with you, so that you can communicate more instantly with everyone? Because I don't think you have one right now.
I don't know how.
Could we
Okay.
like open up a call and mute our end?
We'd also do that, yeah. Or just teach her real quick how to
Well, yeah, either would work.
just send a message, maybe. Just a real quick
In
message.
case if she has to like
Dodge.
hide in a corner or something. And
Dodge her.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored. Maybe. Yeah, we can teach. Yeah, I will hand my device to her. Preload a text to
Sure.
the group,
Yeah.
and just when you hit this button, it'll send it to us, and we'll know if we get the code word Dodge, do we come rescue?
We have to figure something out.
We need to know exactly. We need to know what we're gonna do if we get the code word.
When we were out scouting, I went in and spoke with the receptionist. She said she works most nights because they are understaffed at the moment.
Okay.
So I could possibly get in and try to set up another meeting, kind of like I did yesterday, to get her not looking. The other guys looked like they were partially snoozing on the job, but partially just keep her focused so that she can run out.
Okay.
Because she already remembers my face. She saw me yesterday.
Sure.
I forget your face every time I see it.
Wonderful. I'm so glad that you say that.
Cast more than one bardic inspiration at a time.
Not at the same time.
Okay.
But you can give out more than one inspiration, I thought.
That's
Please have
six
more than
slots.
one
Sorry, it
active.
says
They last for a certain amount of time.
They last for 10 minutes. It says a creature other than yourself. It doesn't specify
Yeah.
how many.
Yeah, so long as you have them in reserve to use, you can give that die to someone, right? And then they can use it.
Creature gains.
Right.
It just takes another action or bonus
And
action.
it lasts for
Okay.
10 minutes. Right.
Yep.
So it's
So I can have multiple
Changes
popping at
when
one
you-
point.
technically you can give out as many as you have.
Okay.
And then-
Perfect. Cool.
So the plans as stands. We are going to go there at night still. We'll go in and, with the assistance of Flint, enter the vent. Go in, plug the device in, just as we showed you. When the light turns green, unplug, pull yourself back up. Bring the rod with you.
Don't want to leave it behind.
I'm not stupid.
We were just making sure that we knew what was going on.
Yes. Yes.
I know what I'm doing.
Okay. Then we are all set then.
We need to
Do you
go
wanna
grab a
fashion
rod.
a rod?
Yeah, let's go fashion a rod.
How-
and I'm gonna
how
walk
many-
into like local alleyways. Is there anything that looks like it's disconnected?
Yeah, there's one slightly disconnected, leaking off a bunch of steam.
I'll grab
Use
it
this
and
rod you need.
use like one of my tinker's tools that I carry around with me.
You're gonna grab it. Go ahead and roll a Constitution saving throw.
I was gonna say I'm gonna use my tinker's tool and kind of like using the tool, grabbing the tool, not the pipe, because it's leaking steam. Sorry.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Grab. Yeah. With the tool, then no saving throw necessary. But you just meant grab it.
No.
No. Okay. Go ahead and give me a Go ahead and give me a tinkering tool check. So let's do a dexterity.
Dexterity base.
Yeah, dexterity based. Go ahead and use your proficiency bonus with it as well.
Okay.
How tall would you be?
I think like what,
4 plus
7 foot?
proficiency.
You're
So
pretty
it's-
tall.
So it's the
Gonna
same.
You're like 6'8" or something, right?
Something.
6'8".
He's
You
huge.
said the vent was about 15
18.
feet up? Sorry.
Like about
18?
halfway.
Yeah. Bing! Just steam spewing out into the alley, but
Bing. Bong. Bong.
bing bong.
Okay, I got the rod. We should probably leave here.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, let's just leave immediately.
You walk away down the street back to your setup at the Horizons Untold, and you hear behind you as you walk away. You can hear a door open and shut, and you hear a voice. What? What? Just panic.
We did just rob a home. That's not great.
It's just like a 5-foot pipe.
That they were using.
It was just exhausting steam.
Stealing copper.
That's our real. That's the real arc of this entire show. Is us just being copper thieves. Do you have a way to make it a little bit smaller, so that then it could expand into it and be more secure?
You could cut it easily.
I mean, yeah, I can cut it easily. Making it expand by itself would take a bit more time. But I was thinking if it's just like a square hole in the top of the ceiling, you could just place the pipe across the square hole.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm here now. I was making this very, Yes. Just lay the ball across the top of it.
Yes.
Gotcha. Alright, sweet. We're all equally intelligent here. I got nothing else. I mean,
Perfect.
I think we're ready to go.
Ready?
No. I need your tool.
give it. The tool of the phone, correct? Or the
No.
communicator?
Yes, and
Yes, and
Oh, here is the
he had the pick.
oh the
Is that what it's called?
lock
that
picks.
look.
The lockpick?
Yeah.
Got him.
Mine was better.
Probably. Mine aren't really that good. They're old. I haven't used them in a while. They're really not that shady. Sure, shoddy. I think that's the word. Okay.
The sun descends. The day goes by quickly as you make preparations, plans, you talk to one another. Zirma walks around the gallery. She has a blanket around her. She's long black matted hair, just kind of like atop her head, just looking at the different art pieces, just meandering through. You eventually, she kind of settles down in the garden, throwing a stick at Stan, and Stan keeps throwing it back at her.
Cute.
And as you finish your preparations, it comes the time to be about 11:30 p.m. Around the same time you went last time. And you make your way through the Middle Paulding District to the Leaftrick Station, your target, the control box. The platforms are busy.
Quick save.
It's just a few days before the 2-week holiday that approaches.
Okay, that's fine.
Everyone's getting the last bit of their holiday shopping done before the Festival of the Sovereigns begin. And there, on the platforms, performers have started busking, band playing their instruments, singing. And up in the box, same woman you saw before is up there. Same guy watching the platforms. You don't see anybody else up there right now.
Maybe they're
Not
short
that you can
staffed.
see.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
Zirma and I will take the cafe and just chill in the cafe around the same spot that Fyodor was staying in yesterday, where I can easily see up there from where I'm at.
Yeah.
I'll take the bench closest to the stairwell that would lead up there. Sit down, pull out my journal, detail what happened today, not in overt detail. Draw the trains as they pass by, add some modifications to the revolver diagram. Mostly watching the crowd themselves, knowing that other people are watching up there. Scanning the crowd, looking for the elf face that I saw on the camera.
Yeah, roll a perception check.
Okay.
Got this.
I just don't want him to be there. I just really, really don't want him to be there. 7.
He's not there.
You look around,
Sure.
see faces pass by.
They're fast, they're furious.
They're moving to their destinations in the city,
Sure.
paying no mind to the people around them.
Yeah.
The city's a lonely place.
Before we completely split apart, I go over to Vodia, say, I don't really know you, but I believe in you, and I will inspire her.
Yay!
And Flint is also going to be standing there, right? You're like, he's like the escape man.
Yeah, he's there to help her up
So
there.
yes, think you'll do great. You're gonna do great, and I'll inspire him as well.
Okay.
Inspiration.
Go team.
It is inspiration dice as well. There you go.
Okay.
Because it don't.
And then, where should I be? I don't know what to do here. This is weird. I've never done this before.
You can hang out with me on the bench.
Okay.
Just sit with me and just keep an eye out
Okay.
for just anybody hanging out too much. Okay.
Okay. All right. I'll keep an eye out then.
You're on your own.
Roll a perception check.
Okay. Come on.
Do what
Don't
I cannot.
fail me now. Perception.
Do what I cannot. Be better.
Be better.
Be better.
Okay. Don't fuck this up, dice.
This will kill. Damn. You were not better.
It's an 8.
An 8. There's a lot of people.
Yep.
It's just a lot of people.
You were trying so hard to do so good at it that you weren't actually looking at anybody.
It doesn't matter. I definitely don't.
Yeah.
Just
Anybody
throw
else?
everything into my perception.
I would like to, because they're both on the bench,
That's pretty cringe.
before I go over to probably like lean against the wall near the opening, but like not right below it. Like, I want to be within like 30 feet of it. But still just like leaning against the wall. I will walk up to Baccharis and say, hey, you showed me your revolver drawing. Do you mind if I borrow that right now while we're doing? I'll spend my time and compare. As
Just finishes a little snack from the cafe that you bought.
thank you.
Yeah, you can.
I'll be over
No,
there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'll just the page out. I can fix it. Probably.
I mean, I can fix it later if you'd like.
And then just Here you go.
Awesome, thank you. And then I'll go over, lean against the wall, and to inconspicuous myself, I'll pull out my sketchbook and I'll be kind of looking back and forth, comparing and adding notes to mine. And
Sure. Yeah. These guys are gonna print guns. Made of pure polyurethane. Man, crime.
So I have this anti-material rifle, right?
But,
it's on 3D printer
so you can
right
go ahead and
now.
roll a perception check for me.
Okay.
As you're watching up into the room as well.
Come on.
That's a 16.
A 16.
It's not the worst.
No, I was saying that's higher than us two combined.
You looking up
Quite literally.
at the box.
Mm-hmm.
Your angle of vision is kind of more upward.
Okay.
So you see the two that are in there. The cafe's set a little farther back, so you can't see. You can see a bit further in, and you can see one more person near the back of the room up there. You're guessing the guy at one of the desks, maybe. And you see movement out of your periphery, like up here. And as your eyes follow it, you see hanging from the rafters above all the platforms, about 80 feet up, crawling hand over hand, feet up against the bar, head looking upside down at you, big smile on his face.
I immediately pull up my phone and I text Dodge.
You're gonna text Dodge?
Yeah,
Okay.
to everybody.
Sure.
And then if I can, since I know where they're at, like on the floor, we text Dodge, and I'm trying to like look at them to see if they'll make eye contact with me since I sent the text.
Sure. Send it out. Everyone gets the ding.
Do we bail? Do we bail?
And I'm just waiting to
I
see
go
if they'll
back to
look
act
at
like
me.
I'm drawing more, and then I'll make eye contact up
And
if I can.
I just kind of like look at you, and I just look at the ceiling and look back down and like pretend like I'm having conversation with Zirma, but like basically saying, we need to get out of here.
Do I see?
You both look back up. In the glance that you take, no one's up there. And when you look up, you don't see anyone up.
I'll respond. I don't see anything because the glance that he made back up.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't see anything. I am going to respond. If it's him, stay in a public area. Stay in the public.
Do we keep going?
I
Yes.
don't know how to
Okay.
communicate on this device.
That is also the downfall. I didn't really teach her that. I just taught her how
Wait,
to
but
send a
Flint,
message.
but Flint has one. So Flint is with you right now because you haven't
Yeah.
gone through.
Yeah.
So it's you two.
Can-
And
Flint's
are you
like,
How do I
enacting?
open this?
Oh
You only read like
Arcana
half of the
check,
message
baby.
because the notification pop up.
Yeah, Arcana check to see if you could read the message, Mr. Boomer.
Oh, I rolled. I rolled an 18, but what is his
Oh.
Arcana? It's -1, so 17.
17. You get it open. You see the message. It's you two who are up there
I
on
forgot
the stairs
about that, too.
closest to the vent. Are you operating?
We
You've
have not
gone
had
in.
time yet to quite
You do it.
you.
Little stinger. Do you want to keep going?
Why wouldn't I?
Okay. And I will use my racial trait, Merge with Stone, and cast Pass Without a Trace on both of us.
Okay.
Is that the
He-
first spell we've cast?
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
is.
I
Wow.
think. Yeah, because
Yeah.
we
Wow.
didn't really.
Nope.
You see,
I mean,
we didn't do
besides-
anything.
yeah.
those of you
A small one here and there, but
who have a beat on Flint, you just see his skin kind of shimmer, and as though like the rocky surface of his pale gray skin just kind of start to crackle and move, and then just blend in with everything around him, like a chameleon, and it kind of spreads out to Vodia as well as it begins to do that, and they kind of just start to shimmer and very much kind of disappear from view. Go ahead and roll stealth checks, both of you.
Well, that looks like
Plus-
it works.
A plus 10
He's a
to your
lot better
stealth.
at that
Plus
than
10
I
to
thought.
my
Yeah.
stealth? Dang.
or plus 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stealth is
Okay,
already
well that's
crazy.
good.
Pass
Or-
without trace, yeah.
Oh, I thought it was plus 5. This is even better.
21.
Although now we have an issue.
22.
He's watching us.
Yeah, and we don't know where he's at.
But maybe that's good. Maybe we keep the attention on us.
Mhm.
And those who can flee.
With him saying stay in a
And he's an
public place,
experienced assassin.
I'm
He won't
gonna
kill us in the
like
public.
keep Zirma there with me,
Unless if it's like a.
and I'm gonna send Irio out just to kind of like fly with the seal gulls and see if he can see anything from up above.
Sure, yeah. He goes flapping off. He and the seal gulls don't get along. You see, there's a flock of about 5 seal gulls that are flapping around on the inside of the station right now that have been kind of causing a bunch of mayhem. They've descended down and landed and started to blob on the platform and just flop around, and they keep going up to people for food. And you see, as they get closer, you get a better look at them. They have kind of this pale white fur that goes all the way across their body that's very short. But then as it gets closer, there are just these blobs of fat that go down to flippers at the end of their body. They look like they're seals, but their flippers on their sides are quite large, and they have feathers that cover their flippers.
So absurd.
And they just kind of like stick their necks out and stare at you for food. One comes up to you and just, hey,
I'm not giving you any of my food.
ah!
If you want food, go find the bird in the sky.
And it just, you
Like
can
a
hear
seal,
their,
like a,
yeah, you
how
can.
they
It's a
move.
seal. Yeah, it flops on the ground and then builds up momentum and just starts shaking violently as it begins to just fly away and soars through the sky. Aereo
This is
among
what-
their flock.
This is what our street
How long did you practice that sound in the mirror?
The seal sound? I've been able to do that
Oh,
since
amazing.
like freshman year of college.
Wow, okay.
Sophomore year,
College,
maybe.
man.
Sophomore
But yeah,
College.
College.
I like
Matthew Bliss, baby.
motion to Zirma, like, we can stay here for a little while, but like if we move at all, we're just staying within the crowd
Sure.
on the platform. But we're like rotating, keeping watch, trying to see if we can see anything too.
You you send him up there. He's flying around, so he'll get back with information to you here soon. But You two are now super stealthy. Are you sending her up?
Yes.
All right, go ahead and roll an athletics check for me. Go ahead and roll an acrobatics check for me.
Great.
You got this.
Nat 20.
Ooh.
24.
Is this something I can use the bardic inspiration for?
You'll use up the die though. So
Okay, that's good. That'll be a 16. Nice.
16. Yeah.
Good.
She takes like 5 steps
Very
back,
good call.
runs up to you up the stairs. You put your hands down and you just slingshot her up, fluidly. She just leaps off. She weighs next to nothing, and just fling up 15 feet. She puts her feet in her hands first, so she mitigates a lot of the momentum. Grabs onto the grate, barely any sound as she grabs. And you easily pull it off the hinges and lay it down, and you crawl into the vent system.
And I will just press up against the wall.
Yeah.
Like,
Just
Kronk.
yeah. Kronk disappear. You guys can't see Flint anymore. You don't know if he just ran or if he just continued with the plan.
He wouldn't back out. Flint's a good guy.
Flint doesn't run.
He's the people's champion.
People champion.
Are laying in the tunnels, in the vents.
Oh no.
Are you gonna crawl in?
oh, yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm
Don't.
going.
Don't
So you go,
materialize that.
you take a left, the left you know you're supposed to take.
Mhm.
And as you crawl, you come to a 4-way intersection. There's straight forward, and you know that there was supposed to be another left. But as you get to the intersection, on the right, laying in the vents, face forward, head in his hands, smiling at you, is the same figure from the camera. You're all shy, just smiling at you.
Just gonna keep crawling.
Do it.
You're doing great. You're doing great. Keep it up.
Oh, but he can see her even with the pass without trace.
You're doing great. Keep it up.
Well, they're like staring at each other.
Yeah, I'm just like staring intently at him. But I'm not gonna say anything.
Oh no. We have the non-talker.
Oh no.
You just
Maybe he's on our side.
No,
I don't know anything.
She's
so.
a curiosity.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so maybe he's
Maybe
not
he
gonna
likes
stop
her.
her.
Yeah, I just killed the rest of us.
Yeah, she's 30 feet away from me. She loses.
Guys,
pass
we
without
still
trace.
haven't crossed out that. He could just not necessarily be wanting to kill us.
Maybe he's just playing with us. Continue. Sorry.
Yeah,
you get to
crawling.
the ceiling vent into the box. You can see down the woman standing at her desk, just below you, kind of back the way you came a bit. Are you opening the vent? Okay, go ahead and roll a stealth check for me
Yeah, stealth.
as you begin to descend.
Wasn't there an event in his office?
That's gonna be a 20.
I thought we said that there was a
That's what,
Yeah,
that's what I thought.
there was an
Yeah.
event in his
right
office.
on the ceiling.
Oh.
Which is why she was going to go in and make that left to get into his office area to look down.
You're right.
According to the
It's-
according to the
yeah, yeah,
blueprints,
Sorry,
there
sorry,
was an
I
event
forgot.
in the
Yeah,
office.
yeah.
There was one above them.
Yes, I
and then
forgot
there was
that
another.
detail.
You're
Yes.
fine. You're fine.
Pardon me. Yeah, you keep going. It's
Oh,
as
that
you
would've
keep
made
going to the next vent.
Yeah.
It's the next vent down that's into his office.
Do you want me to
Sorry.
re-roll or?
No.
Okay.
No.
That's a 20.
20. That's fine. Yeah. As you, it swings. You go ahead and roll an acrobatics check for me as you tie the rope off, put it on the bar.
14.
14. Okay. Yeah. You tie the rope off. You slide it up over the square hole. Grab onto the rope, and you just kind of fall forward through the hole and swing and just slide your way down into the office and 3-point land on top of the desk.
Is there anybody in the room with me?
No.
Okay.
It's dark.
Alright. Well, then I'm gonna go to the computer thing. And
You've landed like nearly on top of it.
Alright, then I'm just gonna take it out of my pocket and like plug it in.
Yeah, you're on the
Might
desk. You just reach
Fumble with
over
it a couple
off
times,
the desk
but
and
eventually.
just try to not looking at everybody else, trying to
Push
put
it
the
over.
USB
Yeah,
in.
plug it over.
Yeah.
Back
Flip it
over.
miss it, flip it back
time.
over, easy,
Check which
first
side of
try.
the laptop you're on and go
In.
again.
Here, click. You hear the boom as it has made the connection,
It's the computer.
and nobody's noticed you as you wait.
Well, I mean, one
Well,
person.
now we just wait.
You hear above you a whisper. It's good. No one's seen you. It's good. No one's seen you. It's impressive.
Should have went.
I don't
to
acknowledge
Russian mommy and daddy.
anything.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
keep going.
just keep waiting.
I'm glad that
She's
we
good at
said-
Is there like a
ignoring
big
I'm
people.
glad that we
comfy
said the
chair?
ignoring person.
Okay, I'm gonna sit in the big comfy chair while I'm
You
waiting.
wait another 30 seconds in the big comfy chair.
What? Sorry.
Red light, green.
Okay, out of the comfy chair, putting everything back where it was.
Mhm.
Looks like I've never been there.
Yeah.
But I take it, the thing, put it back in my pocket.
Yeah.
Climb back up.
Grab the rope. You start climbing back up. You get back into the vents. Pull the rope back up. Move the rod out of the way. Put the vent back in place. Going back?
Yep.
All right. Go ahead, roll a history check for me. See if you remember your way back.
You can do it. You can do it.
Yeah.
You're
2 turns. You're fine.
10.
It's enough.
All right.
It's 2 turns.
There's
Yeah.
2 turns. Turn right. Turn right. You get to the wall vent. You slide your way back out. Drop down to the floor. Flint catches you and lets you down slowly. Closing the vent behind you on your way out? Okay. Just check.
Yeah.
Close the vent. You hop out.
I'm gonna tell Flint that I saw the guy.
That's no good.
The wise words.
He
And-
said I was doing good.
Well, that's good then.
Maybe.
Let's get out of here.
Flint is Flint.
Yeah. Sneakily walk away.
Yeah. Yeah, just
Sure.
sneak away. Yeah.
Still have pass without a trace.
Yeah, going to the grab walk.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. If you guys are still sneakily going, go ahead and roll a stealth check.
Pass without a trace again.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a nat 20.
Oh god.
What's your...
Plus 10.
Plus 10.
Yeah.
Plus your dexterity
Plus
stealth.
6, so.
36.
36, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She is the one. Flint
Yeah.
doesn't even see her.
Yeah, you loser. You loser in
Flint's
the
like,
crowd.
she's
I
gone.
rolled a 14.
14 total?
Yeah.
Damn.
You guys see Flint. Yeah, yeah.
But thankfully there's enough people. He's
Yeah,
not even
yeah.
the oddest guy out
Yeah,
there.
everyone's just kind of like, oh, that's odd. But
It's a city.
you make your way
It's a city.
back to the grab walk. You see Flint sneaking away, so that must mean the job is done. So, anything else here on the platforms before you head back?
I am walking directly to the cafe
Mm-hmm.
to meet up with him,
Mm-hmm.
with Zegan. Was it him that you saw?
Yes, he was climbing the pipes. And then I looked back up after I sent the message, and he was gone. I sent Ireo. But I assume they didn't get into any trouble since Flint
Seems
was
like they
walking
came back
away.
out just fine. Okay, let's go grab the others and let's stick together as we go back because if he was in the area, he
Watch
was in
each
the area.
other's backs.
Yes.
Are we going to the Grav Walk or are we going back to the Horizons Untold?
Well,
Probably
La-
Horizons Untold.
Last plan was Horizons Untold was to
Yeah.
fall back to our hideout.
yeah. Right. Sorry.
Okay.
Horizons Untold. Yeah.
I'd like to do one last look,
Mhm.
just around,
Yeah.
see if we recognize any faces.
Yeah. Roll
before
a
I
perception
go
check. Yeah.
home. 24.
24. No one of extreme note, really, that you see.
Okay.
You recognize friend from school walking, doing their day-to-day, but aside from that...
Sure.
Yeah.
Sweet. Then seeing you two approaching, start walking towards the exit so we all don't have to awkwardly meet up inside, but start walking towards the exit. Nudge.
Ariel
Exfil.
catches up to you
Okay.
on your way out and lands on your shoulder.
Ariel Speedwagon.
Yeah, you walk back to the Horizons Untold, right?
Yeah.
Did Irio see anything? Like, even see him enter or exit?
He like... roll an insight check.
Wait. Ooh, that's a 10.
He said no. It seems like he's saying no, he didn't see anything.
Okay. Irio didn't see him.
He could have killed us already if he wanted to.
That's true. But I say we still watch our backs as we leave.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just every once in a while, a quick perception check, or a quick look about to see if we're being followed. This time looking specifically for him, and for me personally, the Gerard. Because it's still kind of funny that gray hair, so that's enough for me to go on. Gerard as well.
Perception check of 24.
Yep.
Leaving near the exit, looking back at the cafe, you'd see Gerard sitting at the cafe where you had first met him.
Okay. It was the same time.
Yep, same time.
As I was leaving, did it look like he was looking at me?
Yes.
Shit.
Smiling through the crowd at you. Yeah.
I'll hit him with. I shouldn't acknowledge him. And then leave. I'll give him the wave. If he's staring at me, he's gonna stare, bro. I'll give him the half little wave and then leave.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe he's a friend. Maybe this is my best friend in this game now. Who knows? I start blasting. I pull out the pump shotgun. Just start blasting at Max.
Anyways.
I start blasting.
You make it back to the Horizons Untold unimpeded. You get back. What are you doing?
Did we get there first?
They catch up to you before you get there. They don't see you. They see Flint
Alright.
sneaking.
Flint, you're not doing anyone any favors.
You kind of were. I mean, you weren't the most obvious.
I forgot to pick up my feet. That's what it was.
But where is she?
Where's...
How
Did
long
she-
does Pass Without Trace last?
1 hour.
Can I just like...
As long as you're within 30 feet of her.
Yeah. It's,
Okay, well when we get to the cafe, I'll still be within 30 feet of him. Can I just like go raid the kitchen?
Oh,
You could, yeah.
Alright, I would like to do that.
When you get back, you're going back to Horizons Untold, so you can go raid their kitchen at Bacchus's house.
Horizons, my
Yeah,
bad. I
yeah.
thought you were
Oh.
going to Okay,
No,
never mind.
back
I
to-
won't
back
raid
to
your
the gallery.
kitchen.
Yeah.
Down.
Going back to
just
the
also
gallery.
ask. I can't. You've been living here for like 2 weeks now. At this a week and a half. At this point. It's
No, I yeah.
the thrill's gone.
Yeah,
It's
I know what's in your fridge.
exactly.
Alright. Okay, well if we're just going back to...
Alright, I guess we should look through the info.
I saw him.
So who?
Him?
The smile guy.
Oh.
I saw him too, but I saw him outside of the box.
No.
That was,
Inside.
that was my biggest
Inside the box?
fear. He was inside. You were alone. With him.
Yes.
He
He
didn't.
said, good job.
What?
Well, you were doing a good job because
I know.
you got in without. Yeah, so that's good.
Why would he tell her good?
What? To speak frankly, what are the odds that he's... What if he's not
Bad?
bad? What if he's fine? What if that your way? What if he's angry at your family, Fyodor, but he's not angry at us? And we just we're probably just from the sound of it, we're probably just interesting.
And honestly, if he's angry at my family, he's not too far apart from some of the opinions that I have. But,
not saying he's good or we shouldn't be worried about it, but it kind of sounds like he's just either messing with us, or we don't mean that much. Because I feel like, to speak candidly, I feel like he would have done something or hurt us in a more. Right. It seems like he's just learning about us.
He was legit like right over you
but
as you slept.
As well, he is an expert assassin, and what if he likes to play with his food?
What if
he probably does? But I mean, we can't really stop him.
No.
Maybe with this information we can learn.
Should
more.
we try to talk to him?
I'm good at talking.
You're good at talking.
I'm good at talking.
What would we say?
We just ask him.
Good.
If he's so cocky with his plans, maybe he would just tell us what they were.
If he wants us to see him.
Clearly, he's not trying to be hidden.
Right.
Because I think he would know that we had cameras. He knew that you were in the
He
van.
looked directly in the camera.
He saw you while we were at.
Yes, and he smiled directly at me.
I need to start downloading this.
Right.
Can I do that? It's best if I just.
We need to look over the info. Check one thing off of our list at a time.
Let me, just because I know what I'm looking for, and it's easier for me to focus that way, if that's all right. Let me take a look at it. Maybe that will somehow get connected, or maybe it won't. We'll handle this first. Maybe we could wrap that up, and then worry about this, or just be more informed. I don't know. My guess is that this pulled a lot of things, so it's going to take a while.
Yes.
Everybody is welcome to stay here. I'm going to start on this right now. Everybody's welcome to stay here tonight. You might have to share a room or bunk up with each other, just because we don't have a lot of extra space. This storage space, this is ours, so if you want to bring in chairs and relax, I'm not going to do it in here. I need to go to like a processing room to do this. But feel free to make yourself at home. If you need food, you probably have to make it yourself, as they don't stay up that late. I'm not going to ask them to wake up either. I don't want them to. This is very late.
One thing as well, really, can I see your notebook?
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'll cast mending and put the page right back in where it was.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
So I'm gonna go do that.
Mm-hmm.
Feel free to just make yourselves at home. Find a room again. You might have to share. If you need something, I'm gonna be down the hall. I'm on the main floor, near the back left hall, more to the private residence part of it. Okay. Thank you. Also, kind of goes without saying, please don't break anything. Like, it's insured, but like it's a lot, and it's not mine.
Do you have like a workshop room or something?
Going through the layout in my mind. We would have like a repair room and a treatment room, but more designed for like artistic painting restoration, not like Or are you thinking like metalworking? I mean, we'd have tools.
A lot of what I do is metalworking.
We have because art comes in a lot of different form to us sometimes. We have like a processing center.
Do you have like a metal art situation going on?
Not really, because those pieces we mostly get in. We don't treat and stuff.
How about fabric?
Yes.
I want to. Okay, I'll go there.
Okay. Well, you can come down You can come with me down this hall.
This is just an idea. Should we all sleep in the same room? Just because, like,
that wouldn't be a bad idea. It'd be easier for watches.
I'm about things watching me in my sleep.
Sure. We can also do that. I mean, there's
watches as well.
Yeah, we can take watches, and we can all hang out. We'll plan to meet in the living room, and we can just kind of
It'll be a little slumber party.
It'll be a slumber party. We can have a little slumber party. So feel free to go out there, though. There's books, there's things to read, there's things to draw with, or decompress however you would like to. I don't know if I'm going to sleep tonight, because it's going to be probably a lot, or maybe not, but it might be a lot. So I'll probably just try to power through as much as I can tonight, sleep, and then do that tomorrow as well. So
I did not mean much sleep, anyways. So I as well can help out and watch.
Yes. Yes.
So you're going to kind of pull a bit more of a all-nighter trying to get information.
At least start the process, figure out what I'm looking at, and seeing if it's going to be like an hour data download, stay up. If it's going to be like an 8 hour because we have everything, sleep, set an alarm to know when. But I just want to plug it in, have Fyodor take a look at it when I initially plug it in to make sure I'm not loading anything into our computer system that's bad.
Sure. Yeah.
And he caught the malware once, so I pull him in before taking you to the restoration workshop area.
Go ahead and roll an Arcana check for me.
I would also motion to you.
That's gonna be an 8.
It's pretty okay. You plug it in. It's doing its job quickly. Like it's built to transfer data quickly, and so within 30 minutes, it's done transferring information onto your system. So.
Once it looked like we were fine, I'll walk you across the hall. That would be like the canvas restoration, painting, like that sort of.
Do you have you have a lot of pride in your tactical turtles? Tacneck.
Yeah.
Can I see one of those?
Sure. Just. And I'll just like take it off to my tank top underneath.
It doesn't. I didn't mean the one that you were wearing.
It's fine. I have a tank top on underneath.
You take it. It's warm.
Literally, it's the one I was just sweating in like mere minutes ago.
Yeah, so sweating in mere minutes ago.
Yeah, so it's not great. But I mean, I have a tank top on underneath.
Okay, I guess this will work.
It's the beginning.
And then what I'll do for the next amount of time, I'm actually going to dismantle the prosthetic limb, and see if I can use some of the silk that I had infused in that, to put it in the armor, and in the tack vest or tack neck. I don't know why that's not sticking in my brain.
Replace turtle, just say tack.
Yeah, tack neck. And see if I can infuse it with the enhanced defense, which would be a +1 to AC while wearing it.
Sure. Yeah. Be pretty easy. Yeah. That works.
Okay.
Yeah. Night passes really well. Go ahead and roll an investigation check as you work on some of the information.
I'm with Bunkers.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm staying up.
Yeah. Yeah, you depending on your role here, not sure how long it'd take you to sift through the information. So let's see.
It's not great. 7.
Takes you a while.
Yeah, that's
like,
fair.
You get 2, 3, 4 hours in.
Okay.
You're chugging. You're like really like going.
I'm trying to
it's been a long day.
Like the mindset of like, all right, I can stay up late. I'm still young. I can do this.
It's about 3 a.m. and then it's just wall. Sleepy. It's in the time you find that it pulled all the proper information that you needed.
Okay.
It's synthesizing it. It's putting everything together.
Sure.
It's going to take some time.
Okay.
Because it's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
The 5% that you found on public record really, it's police record, turns out to be just the tip of the iceberg.
We expected as much.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, there's that.
Typing.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You're in the workshop. Vodia. Do you have is there something wrong with... You seemed a little adversely concerned that I used to be a police officer. And I know I'm not trying to pry into your life. I just want to... I guess this is prying. But I just want to make sure that you feel safe, I guess? I don't know. I just don't want you to think, if you had a bad experience, that I am that type of person. Because there are those people out there.
You have given me no reason to not trust you.
Okay. And I will do my very best never to give you a reason not to trust me. And I hope that you feel safe with me and what's going on. And I'll do my best to help keep you safe, but I know you can take care of yourself. You've shown that time and time again. Is there anything you want me to know right now? Is there anything you want to talk about right now that you think I should know about? Or you just want to talk and share with somebody? I'm a good listener, and I promise I am listening. I like to talk when I do this. It helps, because there's a lot of pages of just the same spreadsheet.
I don't know what to think.
Okay. This isn't a conversation that has to happen tonight. This can happen over the next few days and weeks, however long you want to keep hanging out, because your home, for however long you want it to be, is here. Where it's been nice to have somebody. I don't have any siblings or anything, so it's been nice to have somebody to hang out with and be with. It's been a little lonely at times growing up here. It's a big space, but it's your home, or it's whatever you want it to be during your time. But if you do want to talk about it, you let me know. And take your time. And if you need anything, that's why we're here. That's what friends are for.
I don't know what to think, because you were one of them, but you are kind. You are safe. So I don't know what to think.
I'm sorry that happened to you, and that there were people in my position that made you not trust in them because of their singular action, or maybe it was more than one person, but I am sorry. And I'm glad to hear personally that you feel safe, because that's all I ever wanted to be when I was in this. Because people told me a lot growing up that I wasn't tough enough. I couldn't cut it out. I mean, I'm small, I'm not really strong. I can't throw people up to vents the way like Flint can.
I didn't need him.
Yeah, but we want to make sure that he still feels involved and that he gets a chance to use those muscles. So people told me a lot, and they were mean. And I from my experience, I can't relate exactly to probably what you went through. I can't. But I did my best to never be those people, because we know about those people. And unfortunately, those people get away with it more often than not. But if you want to keep hanging out, and whenever you feel ready to share, I don't have a lot of connections with it anymore, but I have enough where we can try to right some wrongs. For you, for anybody else, and we'll just go from there.
She's just gonna like draw her knees into her chest and
Sure.
sit and watch you work. Not say anything.
They could have claimed more deductibles right there, but they didn't.
If she keeps talking like that, maybe
For sure, Baccharis talks out loud. Is saying like,
Miss Deductibles,
Miss the Deductible
Yep,
here.
miss
They
the expense
overclaim
there.
their AGI is not this because they should have factored in
Yeah, I'm definitely
this
just
mileage
now.
of the car. They should have filled out a
Yeah.
Schedule K or an I-35
Yeah,
instead.
what are they doing?
Like out loud, for sure.
Yeah, what are they doing?
For sure.
Yeah. Beautiful.
And then I'll just fall asleep at the workstation.
Sure.
Just
Yeah. Just pass out.
yeah.
pressing the Z.
Yo, absolutely.
Yeah. You would then. This would be your long rest into.
Did we do
next
watches?
day.
Those of us
Oh,
who were
yeah.
camped out in
Oh,
the
yeah.
living room.
Would there be watches?
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would have picked up a shift.
Okay.
I would pick it up with her.
First watch.
Cool.
Yep.
Together.
I'll be like the second watch or whatever.
Second
Second
watch.
4 hours of the.
Yep. All right. So it'd be you, and just alone. Okay.
I don't care.
Then I guess I'll take third.
Third. Okay. Sure.
I'll stay up with you during that
Okay.
because I only need 4
Yeah.
hours. Of
So
sleep.
roll a perception check, you two, for your first watch together.
So,
Nat 20.
Oh, nice. The first watch.
No.
The first watch
That means we're
too.
gonna see them.
I don't see anything. I rolled a 7. No,
Well,
an 8.
Yeah, so Nat 20 with a
That's
plus
the-
2,
I
so a
roll- I
22.
just keep rolling 3s.
It's
That's
Gently
like the third
raining
3 I rolled
outside.
today. Yeah, different dice. Sorry.
gently raining outside today, and into the evening. You don't notice anything else. It's a calm evening into the, of course, into the middle of the night, as it's about 2 in the morning when you trade off with Fyodor for the second watch. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
I think that's a 21, but let me check.
Yeah.
Perception plus 4, yeah, 21.
And officially, the day Kuodad, the next day after. Again, the brain picked up on your watch, but slowed down again by the time Flint's waking up to help you on the third watch. Go ahead, both of you roll me in.
I'll let him roll at advantage if he wants to.
Okay. It's gonna be a 14.
14.
It's not that bad.
So,
It's above average.
you both sitting there,
Morning coffee shift. So,
having a couple of, here and there conversation early in the morning, about 5 a.m. Near the end of the watch, you hear a light flick on in the kitchen next to the living room, and
Go fuck him up, Flint.
waiting for a bit, nothing, and then you start smelling food being cooked.
I was already starting to draw his hand X's and
And you
Smells
can hear humming.
okay. Does from what I've known of my uncle, did he hum or anything?
It's the lullaby he hummed to you.
There it is, baby. There it is, baby.
It's the lullaby that he hummed to you as a child.
I am reacting off of your actions.
I will go around to everybody and gently wake people up quietly. Hand you the sweater, the tack neck. And I'll get everybody up, and I'll kind of like symbolize, let's keep armaments away. And I'll lead a train of people into the room.
You go to look into the kitchen, and that's where we're going to leave off tonight. That's where we'll be. We'll pick up next week, Sunday 3 p.m. and see what happens next. Thank you for joining us. It's
Thank
weird,
you.
2 full set. This is odd for us. We typically have quite a bit of combat, but man,
Yeah.
the roleplay is heavy, baby. The roleplay is heavy, and I'm here for it. I love it. I love it. But thank you for joining us this afternoon into the evening in the halls of chaos, enjoying some wonderful Dungeons and Dragons. And we'll be back next time, 3 p.m. This video will be posted
Wednesday at midnight. So when Tuesday rolls over,
So,
Wednesday morning.
yes, yes.
yeah, 9 hours.
Yeah, I'm not judging.
Thank you so much. You can find us on social media, Instagram, right?
Yep, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
See you next week.
Thanks, guys.
Peace.
Bye bye.
Bye.